Chapter 1 It hurts. Chin Luo rubbed his head, only to feel a splitting headache. Opening his hazy eyes, he saw a grass and wood house with only one bed in it. The wooden house built in the forest is surrounded by towering trees, green grass and bright flowers. Where is this? Chin Luo stood up suddenly with a surprised expression on his face. And he felt more and more that his breathing was not right. Simply put, why is the air so thin? Shouldn't he lie in his bedroom at home and sleep with his girlfriend in his arms? Why did he suddenly appear in this ghost place? Are you awake? A cute little girl in a khaki hat, a light orange dress, and a white backpack walked into the house. The little girl has dark red hair and dark red pupils. Chin Luo felt that the little girl in front of her looked familiar. Suddenly, like a thunderclap in the clear sky, with wide pupils, Chin Luo recognized the other party. Elsa. Union Village, Shandian. One Piece King of Pirates. How can the characters of this anime appear here? Facing Chin Luo, who was sometimes amazed, sometimes suspicious, and sometimes fearful, Aisha was a little cowardly. Can I ask, where is this? Chin Luo swallowed and asked carefully. It be a cosplay party, make fun of me. Sky Island, I saw you lying in the grass, unconscious, so I rescued you. Elsa wonders, is he a resident of Sky Island? It looks so weird. Really? At this moment, I have to say, Chin Luo's mind sinks to the bottom. Sleep at home, you can pass through. Chin Luo thought in his heart, it's been a while since I watched One Piece, King of Pirates, and I especially liked Nami, so I bought a luffy straw hat, permed Usopp's hair, and painted Sanji's eyebrows. She was wearing only Frankie's underwear, followed Ming's footsteps, gave Brooke's laugh with the expression of Kizaru, smoked Smoker's cigar, and said, show me face and be my son. Chin Luo couldn't help but feel scared when he came to the world of One Piece, King of Pirates. This world is not an era of peace. How cruel the blood of pirates is. Thank you for saving me. Chin Luo forced a smile and said to Aisha. Aisha waved her hand hastily. No, I just dragged you here to recuperate because I was afraid that you would crush the elixir in the forest. Quote. Chin Luo has a black line. Do you need to be so honest? Okay, after a short understanding. Chin Luo knew that he did come to Sky Island, but only to the Union Village of the Shandian people. Temporarily evaded Enel's heart net detection. Speaking of the Shandians, the natives of the Isle of Gods. Originally living on Jaya Island in the Blue Sea, as part of Jaya Island was brought into the sky by the soaring ocean currents, it was driven out of the home by the god of Sky Island 400 years ago. They were called the Gorillas and had been at war with the Sky Islanders of Angel Island for 400 years. As for Aisha, she sneaked out because she loved to play, so she met Chin Luo. At the same time, Aisha was also curious about Chin Luo. It's wired. Why doesn't he have wings on his back? It's so pitiful, can't it grow? If you let Chin Luo know what Aisha is thinking, it will definitely be furious. Baga, it's strange that it has wings. My name is Chin Luo, how about you? Chin Luo asked knowingly. Aisha. Elsa said softly. Oh. Shapice. My faith. I mean, your name is so nice. Chin Luo smiled kindly. Aisha heard this, she was shy, and Vivi lowered her head. Looking at Aisha in front of him, he couldn't help but sigh, the children of this age are so nice and carefree. But Chin Luo subconsciously thought of where this place was, and thought of Enel who called himself a god. 200 million volt Thor. Thinking of this, Chin Luo couldn't help trembling. He doesn't have Luffy's rubber immunity to lightning. Chin Luo even wondered if Enel's heart network had already sensed him. The reason why I don't find trouble for myself is because I don't want to take action against this ant. How to do this? Really Jill Sao Dan. Gone. When Chin Luo was anxious about his future survival, Ding! Your golden finger has been delivered. The Heavens Possession System is on. This system can extract any character in the heavens and the world, and let the host possess it. The stronger the host's ability to comprehend, the stronger the power obtained. When the host comprehends the deep meaning and reaches the pinnacle, the strength it exerts will even exceed their original strength. Every time the progress of the possessed characters by the host reaches 80%, he can get a chance to draw the characters from the heavens. Host, Chin Luo. Currently possessed characters, none. Currently possessed progress bar, 0. Owned characters, none. Chance to draw characters from the heavens, 0. Ding! It is detected that the host is turned on for the first time, and the novice is rewarded with a spree, the chance to draw the characters of the heavens +1. Newbie spree, you deserve it. This system is interesting, get the characters of the heavens and the world. Wouldn't it be possible that even Pangu, Monkey King, and Bumpman could possess themselves, a child on one foot? Traveler, what? I crossed. Or the world of One Piece, King of Pirates, that's over. Travelers Association, there are golden fingers. Traveler, that's all right. Really fragrant warning. Chin Luo also quickly adapted to the identity of a traveler. Anyway, he had no worries in his previous life, a dead otaku, living his life in a daze. Better to live a lifetime. System, let's extract it. Ding! The characters of the heavens are being drawn. As the system's words fell, a 3D screen appeared in Chin Luo's mind, and countless figures flew past. Some were evil, some were saved by the Virgin, and some were free. In the end, a golden yellow thunder elf appeared on the 3D screen, with a soul around him, unparalleled. A pair of pupils like the eyes of thunder and lightning flashed with an elite luster, and a pair of golden wings were dazzling, making it impossible to look directly. At first glance, the feeling is amazing, cold to the extreme. This. Shouldn't it be Seer, Rey? No, full body, Rey. Chin Luo exclaimed. This is the star spirit among Seer. Thor Rey is the super-evolutionary form of Rey, a member of the God of War Alliance. As the leader of the God of War Alliance, Rey's strength is recognized. That super-evolutionary form, the strength is even more thunderous, unmatched. Obtain the possessed character, Thor Rey, and the progress bar reaches 65%, the higher the progress bar, the stronger the volatilized strength. Chin Luo was overjoyed, even with 65% of his strength, he was confident that he could kill Enel. He was thinking that if Thor Rey's progress increased to 100%, he believed that Kaido's soul would be dead under his blow. Chapter 2 After Chin Luo came back to his senses, I found that Elsa stared at her wide eyes and looked at herself suspiciously, which was very cute. Then you go out first and let me calm down. Chin Luo said with a smile. Oh, Elsa nodded. When you go out, don't forget to close the door. Chin Luo only felt that there was a violent energy in his body, gathering in his dantian. Rey. As Chin Luo opened his right hand, an astonishing lightning bolt appeared above his palm, the energy in his body kept emerging, and the whole person's aura changed drastically. The thunder between heaven and earth seems to be born with incomparable strength. The thunder light wrapped around the whole body, and the golden electric light sprinkled on Chin Luo's body, shining a golden beam, and the temperature of the air rose extremely. Above the palm is an amazing thunderbolt. Thunder, which was supposed to be violent, was as gentle as a sheep in his hands. This note, the thunder in the palm of the hand, seems to be innate. Enel, I'm interested in fighting you. A smile appeared on Chin Luo's mouth. Thor Rey, the domineering and confident mood slightly affected Chin Luo, but it also made him extremely confident. From the panic when he first learned about the world of pirates, he now has a certain ability to keep himself safe. Strength is fundamental. Chin Luo moved and walked out of the wooden house. Although it is known that this is Sky Island, but seeing the scene, still cannot help but look surprised. An island of Waipa was suspended in the sky. If Chin Luo hadn't looked down and saw the blue sky and white clouds, he would have thought he was hallucinating. Sky Island exists in the White Sea 10,000 meters above the White Sea, 7,000 meters above. At such an altitude, the air is very thin, and the athletic ability of the Blue Sea, ordinary sea, people who come here will be greatly reduced. Aisha, who was picking herbs, suddenly felt that there was someone behind her, and when she looked back, she found that it was Chin Luo. But at this time, Chin Luo's whole body was flickering with golden lightning, which shocked her for a while. At this moment, Chin Luo is like a dazzling light under the sunlight. Golden, dazzling, blinding 24K titanium dog eyes. Elsa was visibly stunned. Showdown, I am Thor, the new god who is about to defeat Enel. Chin Luo looked up at the cloudless sky. I don't know if his big words reached Enel's ears. The sky was suddenly covered with dark clouds, as if a thunder and lightning were about to fall in the next second. You seem to have changed a bit, unlike the sick attitude you were just now. Elsa asked in shock, unable to believe it. Maybe it's my devil fruit ability. Chin Luo said casually, anyway, some anecdotes can be related to devil fruits. When Elsa wanted to ask something else. Suddenly, a roar resounded in the distance. A fiery fireball blasted towards the location of the two. Be careful. Aisha is a natural awakener of observation hockey. She has a network of hearts. She immediately senses it and wants to pull Chin Luo to avoid it. It's just that Chin Luo's way of dealing with it is violence. With a cold look on his face, he has one on his right hand. Jung. It was originally a clear sky, but suddenly it became gloomy, with thunder and lightning flashing constantly. A golden light flashed across the sky. That fireball was instantly shattered and extinguished in midair. Bang! Immediately, it erupted in the air, firing dazzling fireworks. Aisha on the side opened her mouth slightly, obviously startled, and sighed inwardly, so beautiful. See you for the first time. Fireworks. Chin Luo pulled Aisha behind him, looking at the sky with an indifferent expression. Under the cloudy sky, a figure flew out. This is a gloomy man, with a strong breath surging around him, walking towards Chin Luo. Chin Luo recognized him. Heavenly Knight, Shira, one of the 4 priests of Enel. How arrogant to dare to challenge the authority of God. The Sky Knight said indifferently. The turbulent breath rolled, and a coercion from the sky rushed towards Chin Luo. Go somewhere safe. Chin Luo said to Aisha and greeted Shira. The two sides fought. Aisha was heartbroken, and flew back and forth, away from the scene, watching from a distance. Ha ha ha, the authority of God. Chin Luo despised Isho. Is this the so-called open fight? Looking for death. The Sky Knight drank coldly, murderous intent flashing in his eyes. Since you are so obsessed, don't blame me for killing. Boom. In the sky, the terrifying killing intent escaped, and a huge palm print fell towards Chin Luo's head with endless coercion. Only you are not qualified enough. In Chin Luo's eyes, a cold light flickered, and murderous intent was already pervading. Thor awakens. Chin Luo let out a low drink, and the energy in the body emerged and concentrated on the whole body, so that the whole body was covered with lightning and golden light flickered. Lightning flashes, containing a manic atmosphere, making people dazzled. This move can activate the body, increase attack power, defense power and speed, and overwhelm opponents in hand-to-hand combat. Lightning and thunder. Chin Luo released the lightning pillar from the palm of his hand, and when he shot it, it was a powerful move. The dazzling thunder light appeared in front of Chin Luo, abnormally paralyzed, representing the ultimate energy, and full of destructive aura. Boom. The thunder light rushed past, the terrifying breath rolled, and the palm print made by the Sky Knight burst instantly. At the same time, the Heavenly Knight was also shaken back, coughing up blood. How is this possible? Isn't this the power of God? With one blow, the Heavenly Knight was injured by Chin Luo, his face horrified. NL's ability, the other party actually has it. However, it seems to be a little different. Shouldn't the lightning of God be blue? Why is the thunderbolt of the young man in front of him actually golden? However, now is not the time for his wild thoughts. Rebbe, red flame spear. At this moment, the void trembled. The Sky Knight uses the hot shell to release the hot air, which generates high heat, and then gives his weapon the searing gun. The hot and dry breath, with endless might, slayed Qin Luo. The light flashed between the sky and the earth, and the scorching gun came at a high speed, revealing a biting killing intent, like a ray of light, stabbing Qin Luo's eyebrows. The wrath of Thor. Qin Luo's whole body was strengthened by thunder and lightning, and his attack power directly increased by 1 level, and the thunder and lightning power in his lungs roared angrily. The violent thunder light spurted out of his mouth, turning into a phantom of thunder dragon and scorching spear that blasted towards the Sky Knight. Boom! The next moment, a dull roar sounded, and the spatial level continued to distort. The clouds also seemed to be overwhelmed, and the void cracked inch by inch. There was a gust of wind that seemed to destroy the world. This thunder god's wrath rushed past, directly destroying the scorching spear of the Sky Knight. The Heavenly Knight's expression changed, and he stepped back in the air, blood spilling out of his mouth again. Obviously, he did not expect Qin Luo to be so strong, and he suffered 2 consecutive blows. Qin Luo's expression froze, his face is full of pride, the weak are not worthy of my opponent. End it. Electric blazing blade. With the movement of Qin Luo's mind, a large amount of thunder and lightning was released all over his body, and within 100 meters, it was his thunder field. The terrifying aura instantly raged down. It resounded through the sky, and vaguely, there seemed to be the roar of Thunder Dragon. No! The knight in the sky exclaimed, his eyes were full of horror, and the energy in his body rolled wildly, trying to block the blow. PFF'd. The thunder light is like a sharp blade of light, rushing down, bringing a large rain of blood, very sharp. The Knight of Heaven was instantly divided into 2, and the various means displayed did not block this move. Qin Luo killed the enemy cleanly and neatly. In the distance, Aisha was completely dumbfounded and froze in place, her eyes full of fear. 3 hits. With just 3 strikes, Shira, one of the 4 great priests, was slain. Qin Luo's unparalleled combat power shocked her. He stood on the ground like a killing god. Then Qin Luo turned back to Isho, but like Thor's contempt, he almost scared Elsa to death. It's solved. Elsa was startled and fell to the ground. Mama, it's scary to have bad fruit. Chapter 3_. Hey! At this moment, an aurora suddenly filled Qin Luo's eyes. But then he felt a chill behind him, and with a keen awareness, he dodged to the side. After a second, restore sight. A shirtless man, carrying a mortar, with cold eyes, appeared in front of Qin Luo. At a glance, you can see the identity of the other party. War Ghost Weber. Obviously, as soon as Weber arrived on the battlefield, he found Qin Luo and Aisha, and when Aisha fell to the ground, he subconsciously thought that Qin Luo wanted to harm Aisha. Then he tried to kill Qin Luo. Weber immediately used the flash shell, causing Qin Luo to be blinded for a moment, and then made a surprise attack. But I never thought of failing. Qin Luo actually escaped, which surprised Weber. But now is not the time to think about it. Weber still wanted to attack, but was stopped by Elsa. Brother Webb, stop, stop. He's not a bad guy. Elsa yelled. Only then did Weber stop attacking, but he still looked at Qin Luo with a vigilant expression. After Aisha's explanation, when Weber learned that Qin Luo killed Shira with 3 strikes, Weber looked startled, watched the 4 battle tracks, and found Shira's wreckage. His eyes lit up, and he was really killed by him. With a thought, one of the 4 priests has died, and this may be the best time to retake the Island of God. Sorry, I did something wrong earlier. Weber offered to apologize. It's okay. Qin Luo glanced lightly and said that he didn't care. Then, Seeing Weber whispering something to Elsa, he walked to the other side. "I'm leaving," Elsa said reluctantly. Chin Luo nodded and touched Aisha's head with his hand. This move is like a proud god comforting his people. This surprised Weber. Who is this man? How can it appear in Sky Island? Moreover, the ability is actually very similar to Enel, who calls himself a god. In the end, Weber took Aisha away, and Chin Luo waved. Sharpace eye drops. If my eyes are not good in the future, I will come back to you. Chin Luo thought so. Ding, the current Thor Rey progress %. Host, Chin Luo. Currently possessed characters, Thor Rey. When going degree bar, %. Character, Thor Rey. Chance to draw characters from the heavens, 0. Chin Luo's eyes lit up. Fighting the enemy and defeating him can increase the progress of the progress bar. The stronger the enemy, the more the progress bar after defeating. At the moment Shira died. Sky Island Forbidden Area. A man with long earlobes, yawning, and picking his ears, let out a, "Yeah ha ha ha," laughter. Interesting. I have decided that if he can come here, in the name of God, I grant him to ride with me on the Ark Proverbs to go to the infinity. The qualification to go to the infinity, actually the moon. This person is the god, Enel of Sky Island. Logia Devil Fruit, Guro Guro no Mi, Rumble Rumble Fruit ability, can turn the body elements into lightning, and can also use the weapon to strike the 4 big drums engraved with 3 hooks on the back, so as to control the lightning to attack. Obviously, everything Chin Luo did was clearly perceived by Enel's heart network. But Enel didn't stop it. He thought that only the strong were qualified to go to the infinite land with him. As for his subordinates, live or die, he doesn't care. After all, he is a god. Yahahaha. Angel Island. Chin Luo volleyed down. Float under this island. This is an island inhabited by Sky Island residents such as Canis, and the island has a bustling street called Cutie Street. The residents of Sky Island, like the Shandians, wear 2 feathers on their backs for a long time as decoration. Of course, they are purely decorative, not natural wings, and they cannot be moved or used for flight. In addition, some Angel Island residents have 2 bundles of hair at the ends. The clothes of the residents of Angel Island are mostly one-piece designs, and one side will be embroidered with interlocking patterns. However, it only took 5 minutes for Chin Luo to step into Angel Island. Dong dong dong. At this time, Chin Luo found that there was a team not far from him. Chin Luo recognized it. The White Belt Troop is a troop belonging to Enel, the island of the gods, and worships the shrine. The man at the head, wearing a WB beret, with a pair of silver white wings behind him and a scar on his face, is a strong man, Ma Jianli, captain of the White Beret Force of the Holy Land Police in the air. Are you an illegal immigrant? Pay a fee of 1 billion extras, 100,000 berry. If you do not pay the entry fee, you will be considered an illegal immigrant, and you will be caught by Amazon, the surveillance officer at the gate of heaven. Ma Jianli's face was cold, and with the scar on his face, he looked particularly ferocious. Really? 100,000 Bailey, why don't you grab it? Crack. As soon as Ma Jianli finished speaking, he only felt the darkness in front of him, and Chin Luo's palm waved over and hit him hard in the face. He rotated 90 degrees, like a kite with a broken string, and fell heavily to the ground. You dare to attack the army of the gods. The slap print on Ma Jianli's face was lifelike, his brain was buzzing, his face was full of disbelief. Chin Luo dared to attack him. I'll hit you, what's wrong? Chin Luo said coldly and disdainfully. In his eyes, these people are like weak people, like ants. Now in the name of God Enel, I will sentence you to the death of the cloud. Ma Jianli's nose bleeds, and he shouted angrily. Cloud arrow. The beret police officers behind him raised their archers and shot 5 or 6 arrow feathers at Chin Luo. Discharge. For these cannon fodders, Luo also disdained to use the skills of a higher level, just simple thunder and lightning can solve them. In an instant, thunder and thunder continued between heaven and earth. The cloud arrows shot over, in a strange way, made a sound like breaking through the air, returned the same way, and shot the beret police officer who sent the cloud arrows. Puff puff. Before the beret police officer had time to dodge, the cloud arrow pierced his chest, pierced his heart, and spewed out a bright blood. Their faces were full of fear and puzzlement. What kind of means did the other party use to control the sharp cloud arrow and the strange lightning in their hands? Ma Jianli's face was no longer invincible and fierce, but was full of horror, fell to the ground in fright, and wanted to turn around to escape, but his legs were numb and he couldn't move. Luo's expression was indifferent, and the murderer kept killing him, and there was no unreasonable explanation. Just when he thought of a thunderbolt and killed Ma Jianli. Boom! Above the sky, the weather became dark clouds wandering, and a thunder and lightning slammed into Luo. Rainbow! Luo took a piece of his right hand and released a powerful electric current to form a light gun, smashing the thunder and setting off a huge wave of energy. I thought in my heart, NL's HeartNet really has a different response. NL's Heart Network, able to sense everything on the Sky Island. Did you see it? This is the sanction from God. Ma Jianli raised his hands and bowed to the ground with a fanatical gaze. PFF'd. When Ma Jianli wanted to say something, a sharp thunder cut his throat. Ma Jianli fell to the ground, clutching his throat desperately with both hands, but he couldn't stop the blood from escaping. In addition to disbelief, there was remorse in his eyes, but he didn't expect to meet a lunatic. A madman who does not fear God. After killing Ma Jianli, Luo looked at the sky indifferently. As if to say, what ability is there, even if you use it, I will see it. NL's violent thunder, electric shock therapy, is the nemesis of internet addicts. And the ability of the heart network is very strong. If Haki improves, it should be the level of Shichibukai. However, NL's fighting technique is not very strong, and the body is too brittle. Rao is so, Luo is not afraid of NL. Then take a look, whose thunder and lightning are more powerful. After NL sent that lightning bolt, he didn't do any more attacks, and when he met an interesting guy, he obviously wanted Luo to come to the forbidden area of Sky Island and appreciate his art. Residents in the surrounding streets saw Luo resolutely kill Ma Jianli despite the threat of God. All the residents looked terrified. They stayed far away and did not dare to approach Luo for fear of being maliciously attacked. At the same time, facing Luo and the residents of Angel Island, it was inevitable that a fear would emerge in their hearts. This guy is quite strong. Who is it and how did it appear on Sky Island? Chapter 4_. Luo ignored everyone's onlookers. Going to a restaurant, no one can stand it without a meal for a day. Humans are iron, rice is steel, and a meal is just too hungry to panic. Pumpkin Cafe. This appears to be the one that Canis runs. Just try one of the signatures, pumpkin noodles. As soon as Luo walked in, he saw Canis. She has ball-shaped buff hair at the end, and plays a harp in her hand. At this point Canis obviously didn't know what was going on outside. Seeing Luo come in, business is coming, with a smile on his face. Hello, what do you need? Let's have a pumpkin noodle. Luo gently issued. Elegant and handsome, with warm and peaceful eyes, dressed in white, with a refined temperament. This is Canis' first impression of Luo. Okay, please wait. Canis responded with a sweet smile. Luo found a place to sit down. Outside the store, the customer who was supposed to be a guest saw Luo's figure. He was so frightened that he trembled. Obviously he was also a member of the scene just now. Quickly turned around and left. This demon was actually here. Luo didn't care either. He was alone, which was exactly what he wanted. Soon, Canis brought up a bowl of hot noodles. The smell came from his nostrils, and Chin Luo couldn't help but startled. "Please slow down." Canis smiled and stepped back to the cashier. Chin Luo nodded, ready to start, picking up the noodles with chopsticks. Sizzle tilde. The smell of pumpkin noodles fills the face, and if you wear glasses, you will definitely get foggy and blindfolded. Obviously, this meal of pumpkin noodles meets Chin Luo's dietary standards. Pick up a piece of pumpkin. The pumpkin is soft but not rotten, exudes a faint sweet fragrance in the mouth, and the fragrance is tangy, which makes people appetite. The whole mind seems to be swaying in the waves. The noodles are smooth and light and not sticky. Chin Luo couldn't stop without taking into account the heat. Snoring. The pumpkin noodles were swept away by Chin Luo, and there was no soup left, which was delicious. After drinking all the soup, Chin Luo was instantly satisfied with the warm heat surging in his mouth. Canis was at the cashier, watching secretly, and when he saw Chin Luo finished eating noodles, he gently covered his mouth issue. Obviously, Chin Luo ate all the food, which was a recognition of her cooking skills. And not only that, Canis inexplicably felt that this man was very handsome, and the breath exuded from his body seemed to have an attraction, which made people look at him involuntarily. "I was thinking about it." Chin Luo walked in front of her. "How much?" Canis was taken aback by Chin Luo's speed. If he didn't look carefully, he thought it was an electric light. 5 million extras versus 500 berry. Chin Luo nodded and took out a cloth bag full of money. The money was taken out of Ma Jianli's pocket just now. After paying the money, Chin Luo was about to leave the store. "Wait," Canis stopped him. "What?" Chin Luo turned back. Canis couldn't help but ask in his heart, "May I ask you, is your name? Where does it come from?" She had never seen Chin Luo on Angel Island, and there were no wings growing behind Chin Luo, so she was curious. "Helka, Thor Rey." Chin Luo left after leaving such a sentence. He wants the name Rey to be heard in One Piece, King of Pirates. Herka, is that a place? Rey, how could he have that name? Canis covered his mouth and glanced quietly at the sky that was still haunted by dark clouds. Seeing that nothing had happened, he breathed a sigh of relief. "You must know that on Sky Island, God is a taboo and cannot be mentioned indiscriminately." Then, when customers came to the store one after another and talked about affairs, Canis really recognized Chin Luo. Forbidden Forest. Chin Luo came here. Trial of Iron. Trial of the Rope. Trial of the Ball. The Trial of the Swamp. Chin Luo looked at the 4 boulders in front of him, which were engraved with these 4 characters. Sure enough, as expected, these trials are guarded by 4 priests. Only one of them was killed by Chin Luo. Then there are only 3 priests left. But before Chin Luo entered it, the 3 streamers came straight like lightning. Chin Luo's whole body flickered with thunder and turned into a thunder shadow, avoiding the attack. And different eyes followed. If you look closely, you will see that they are the 3 great priests. Empty Herdsman, Om, Senji Dao, Shadley, Empty Guard Captain, Gai Daz. They have sensed Shira's death, appearing at the same time as to prevent each other from breaking through one by one. And Chin Luo appeared here, obviously fell into their trap. Huh. Chin Luo's mouth curled into a faint smile. That's it. Huh. At this moment, the void suddenly split open, leaving the surrounding iron cloud in the shape of thorns. From behind Chin Luo, a dark figure appeared, and a sharp blade appeared, and a cold light appeared, piercing Chin Luo's eyebrows. Om of the Iron Trial, don't talk nonsense, take the lead in attacking. Humph. Chin Luo snorted coldly, swept his eyes, and flicked to the side. At the same time, the fist was clenched, and the tyrannical thunder surged into the fist, which was to shatter Om's iron blade. Boom. The sky shook again, the void split open again, and the explosive wind raged all around, spreading away from all directions, and another black figure rushed out, in the form of a siege, and killed Chin Luo. Sadly of the ball trial, attacked Qin Luo with the ball cloud that contained various organs, knives, snakes, gunpowder. String the ball clouds with gunpowder together, and then use a stick with a wire to operate. There is a dragon face mask hanging on the front of the ball cloud. As long as the ball cloud is touched, it will cause a series of explosions. Ha! Ha! Qin Luo's body is like a thunder shadow, flashing a dazzling golden light, like a flash of golden light, like a light, walking between the sharp attacks of the two. Original energy electric light ball. From Qin Luo's palm, a riotous electron light ball fell to the ground to form a nuclear explosion, powerful enough to change the terrain. The two joined forces and attacked like a net, and they were bound to strangle Qin Luo. The sky is trembling, and a terrible breath is surging. At this time, Qin Luo suddenly felt the clouds under his feet, like a swamp, and he hurriedly shook his body. After a few seconds, he left his original position. If you look closely, it turns out to be Daz from the swamp trial. Covering Daz's swamp cloud can make people feel like stepping on the swamp in the jungle by mistake, unable to escape by their own strength, and eventually suffocating to death. Generally speaking, the more you struggle, the deeper you sink. Chong. Chong. During this period, Qin Luo shot again and again, golden thunder and lightning surged, and he was able to deal with the three enemies with ease without falling behind. Boom! The void trembled, and the three priests no longer tried to test, and exerted their combat power to the extreme, and the combat power should not be underestimated. The breath of the three people seemed to merge into one, scrolling the space, the ripples spread, and a terrifying coercion descended. Thunder God is shining. Qin Luo chanted silently, and the gathered thunder, merging crazily, condensed into a sword of thunder. The momentum is wild, the wind is howling, the battle robe is raised, unmatched. It's like the rebirth of the god of war. The earth trembled suddenly, Qin Luo rose into the sky, waved the sword of thunder, and charged towards one of the priests with a large piece of thunder light. He intends to defeat them one by one. The cooperation of the three priests was obviously trained. Over time, it became a combined attack technique. If you want to crack it, you can only attack first. The three priests attacked and killed Qin Luo. The latter not only had no fear, but rushed forward. Under the electric light, Qin Luo flew hundreds of meters directly and hit Shadley in the trial of the forest. Chapter 5 _ Boom. The world trembled, the void shook. Sadly wanted to use the impact shell to resist Qin Luo's sword chi, but he was instantly smashed, coughed up blood, and was blasted out by the powerful halberd chi. Shock shell. It can be released freely after absorbing shock, which can be used as a means of attack. Qin Luo's fast attack was the first to strike, and one blow broke the opponent's formation. The three priests simply can't stand it. Chong. Chong. At the same time, the remaining two, with a sharp blade in their hands, fell on Qin Luo with endless killing intent. Originally, the combination of the four priests would greatly increase the strength. However, with Shira's sacrifice, it was reluctance for the three of them to maintain such a battle formation. Now that Sadly was wounded again, there were only two people left. Ding! A sonorous sound erupted, splashing endless sparks. Bang! Thor awakens. Attack power is doubled and speed is doubled. Qin Luo wrapped the bursting golden lightning in his fist. Daz were instantly shattered, and the fragments of the weapons flew. Boom! Chi and blood rushed to the sky, the breath was high, surging and passionate, in the invisible air, as if there was a thunder and lightning in the confrontation, the edge was exposed. Qin Luo fought with one enemy and three without showing any defeat. The explosion of electricity, the formation of thunder. Qin Luo's indifferent eyes revealed a bit of coldness, the sky shook with a thud, and a thunderous formation descended from the sky, and a huge thunder prison wrapped the three priests. With an aura like a mountain and a mountain, the surface of the body circulated with thunder patterns. In an instant, sharp lightning flowed. The three priests looked startled, and were about to move, but found that on the soles of their feet, at some point, a pattern of formation appeared, and the golden light surged like vines, binding them and making them unable to move. Boom! Shadley of the Forest Trial was bombarded by lightning, slashed his chest, and coughed up blood. PFF'd. Another thunder and lightning chased, and Sadley's heart net ability had not been activated. Almost cut off half of Sadley's body, the sharp blade slid across the shoulder armor, an arm was instantly electro-scorched, the blood was instantly solidified, and water vapor was generated. All three were injured, and if this goes on, they will surely die. It's not your death, or the fall of the four priests. Om. The void trembled, and three silhouettes appeared, like three lightning bolts. The skills in midair merged, and then turned into a dazzling light, and the people who were mapped couldn't open their eyes. This is the combination of the three skills, with incredible power. The moment it appears, it makes the world change color. Immediately afterwards, the dazzling light flew towards Qin Luo. Huh! Electric blazing blade. Between Qin Luo's brows, the thunder light shines brightly, and the powerful electric light also rushes out, colliding with the dazzling light. This was a silent collision, but it was very dangerous. Qin Luo's body trembled, and his brows felt numb. At this moment, the three priests and the fusion skills at the same time did not suppress him. Huh! The dazzling light trembled in the air, almost being separated, and the three priests all shouted. Qin Luo's attack, like an unstoppable dagger, pierced through their so-called illusion. PFF'd. The dazzling light was divided into four and turned back. The three priests screamed and the 7 orifices bleed. How is that possible? The three priests shouted in shock. Have you ever seen a real god? Qin Luo snorted coldly, his eyes were filled with killing intent, and an electric light rushed out towards the sky. Behind him, a pair of golden yellow wings gushed out, dazzling, like the sun, making people unable to look directly. In an instant, an amber cyclone appeared on Qin Luo's eye film. At this moment, his pupils turned amber. Behind him reflected a phantom of the god of thunder tens of thousands of meters high. Roar! The ferocious thunder and lightning, the figure of the god of thunder appeared in the midair, swirling into the sky, resounding loudly, deafening, and went straight to the sky. A pair of cold and ruthless pupils, the golden thunder light around his body is like wearing a golden armor, overlooking all living beings, showing the infinite ancient lines, an ancient atmosphere of vicissitudes, and immediately rippling the space. How is that possible? The hearts of the three priests were full of shock, surprise, and collapse. Shouldn't Enel be the real god? It seems that they have been completely brainwashed. Go! The eyes were filled with sensuality, killing intent filled. Qin Luo shouted loudly and gave orders. In an instant, the phantom of Thor on the sky, with his shout, the huge figure swept down violently, turning into a golden light that cut through the sky. With an extremely domineering roar, the thunder light frantically rushed towards the three priests. Wherever the thunder light went, a deep ditch was raised on the ground, like a ferocious thunder dragon, surging in the ground. When the thunder light got closer and closer, the figures of the three priests were stunned, and frightened eyes suddenly appeared from their pupils. Boom! With the sound of an explosion, the three had no room for resistance at all. The ferocious thunder dragon swallowed the bodies of the three people in one bite, and when the thunder light whistled, the body was turned to ashes, and there was no whole corpse, and it dissipated in the heaven and earth. Arlong of Thunder annihilates everything, with unparalleled power. Qin Luo was extremely powerful, beheading the three priests, no one could stop him. On the forest floor, a layer of pH haze was raised. The dust and mist dissipated, and Qin Luo was alone. He slowly raised his head and looked at the gloomy thundercloud. I really just looked at him and killed the three priests without taking a shot. What Qin Luo said was naturally Enel of God. Weak are not worthy of being Enel's subordinates, and they will die. How arrogant this guy is. Yeah, ha ha ha. Fine, fine, come on, I'll be waiting for you in Chandora. At this moment, a thunderous voice sounded. It was a terrifying breath that appeared, and the sky was covered with dark clouds in an instant. Thunder and lightning were sensational, overwhelming, with a terrible pressure, making people tremble. Enel. Qin-luo stood there independently, raised his head, and looked at the sea of dark clouds and thunder in the sky. His eyes were full of pride and disdain. There was no fear in his expression, his face was indifferent, and his battle robe was screeching under the blowing wind, like an immortal. Suddenly, his body moved, and a sword of thunder turned into a thunderbolt, unsheathed, and waved a golden light that flickered in the world. Between the heaven and the earth, the peerless sword was unsheathed, showing its sharp edge. Cut. Qin-luo looked at the thunder and lightning Wang-yang above his head, ignoring the surging electric lights, his eyes pierced. Resolutely cut out a thunder strike. Chapter 6_. First of all, thanks to the readers who read this chapter. I hope that if you like it, you can give more support, vote for free flowers, and comment on the shortcomings. New book period, collections, flowers, evaluations, rewards. These are all very important to this new book. The first day to decide life and death is very cruel, and there is no way out. So if you are enjoying watching it, you must move your hands and cast a vote or something. Tell us about the updated rules and plans for the new book period. 5 basic updates every day. 1000 flowers plus 1 more. 300 evaluation votes plus 1 more. Focus on the test. No cap on the top, no cap on the top, no cap on the top. Chapter 7_. Boom. A sound echoed through the fluctuations between heaven and earth, as if there was a roar in the sky. Then, in less than 5 seconds, the dark clouds dissipated, and the furious lightning disappeared, returning to a sunny sky. Come and go quickly. At this moment, 8,000 miles away, in the luxuriant forest, a pupil the size of a pebble was staring at Qin-luo. Qin-luo looked at him if he felt something. Hiss tilde. Suddenly, a snake roared with infinite venom. The snake roared out, and a cold air suddenly hit, making people tremble. The wind whistled around, and the leaves on the ground were scattered and scattered. Obviously, that one giant python. Qin-luo looked at the huge black-blue shadow in front of him. Python. The giant python on the island of the gods, the venom on its teeth can rapidly shrink the trees, and is called the Lord of the Sky. The black cyan python, with its deep and cold eyes, stared at Qin-luo carefully. But if you look carefully, you can find that there is a hidden meaning of fear in the eyes of the snake. Its huge body trembled in envy, facing Qin-luo's indifferent gaze like a killing god. The Lord of the Sky wanted to escape, but found that he was trembling and unable to move. Zhao King, why don't you accompany your sister by Susan, to visit me? During the speech, Qin-luo's momentum changed, and a chilling killing aura radiated out, accompanied by the roar of thunder. Chi-chi. The black-green python raised its head and whistled, biting its lower lip with sharp teeth, and woke up with a start. Qin-luo hooked his lips to Isho, but he didn't plan to pursue him. What happened here? The person who came was naturally Weber. He's here, carrying a bazooka cannon, the kind that will kill each other if they disagree. Because the previous battle between Qin-luo and the 3 priests was extremely fierce, the residents of the entire Sky Island could feel it. Just that they are afraid of Enel's divine power and dare not come to explore the news. Qin-luo glanced at him lightly, but did not answer. But judging from the traces on the scene, there was obviously a fierce battle here. Judging from the breath, the life breath of the 3 priests had already been killed by Qin-luo. In Weber's eyes, his eyes were full of shock. All the 4 priests were beheaded by Qin-luo. But then, while Weber was surprised, he was even more excited. Priest is dead, only Boss Enel is left. As long as you defeat the man who calls himself a god, you can regain the right to Sky Island. You're going to kill Enel? Webb asked. Qin-luo glanced at Weber and said slowly, that guy Enel, I'll deal with it, don't shoot. Otherwise, I will solve it with you. He naturally saw Weber's plan and wanted to join him in defeating Enel, but with his arrogant mind, how could he cooperate with him? It's not the act of the strong to be with the weak. You. Facing Qin Luo's arrogant tone, Weber frowned and felt angry. But thinking that the other party can kill the 4 priests, their strength is not bad, there is no need for them to fight, the only enemy is Enel. Qin Luo looked in the direction of Shandola in Going City. The going there is very rich. Enel, this guy can be said to be a prodigal, he doesn't know how to use going. That guy really thinks that the infinite land is an eternal place. If he is told that it is the moon, will he lose the meaning of life? Ding! Defeat the 4 priests, the current character progress is 70%, reward armament hockey. Just as Qin Luo was thinking. A reminder sounded in my mind. Armament hockey, one of the 3 classifications of hockey. Hockey, who can increase his own defense and attack power, and can catch Logia's flowing body. Host, Qin Luo. The current possessed character, Thor Rey. When going degree, 70%. Character, Thor Rey. Chance to draw characters from the heavens, 0. Hockey, armament hockey. Going City Shandola. Enel sitting on the throne, aloof. He is looking at Qin Luo with a god attitude. Enel smiled again and again, and his eyes were full of curiosity. Qin Luo also possessed the lightning ability similar to Guro Guro no Mi, Rumble Rumble Fruit. Are you from the Blue Sea? Be honored, now God announces that he bestows you the supreme glory, and allows you to become God's new servant, to board the Ark Proverbs and to go to the infinite land. From the beginning to the end, Qin Luo looked at him blankly. It's like watching a silly dog barking over there. He even wondered if there was something wrong with Enel's brain. Eat my punch. Qin Luo gathered the golden lightning in his fists, and then smashed Enel with all his strength. This time, it is not a simple lightning ability. On the surface of the golden thunder, there is also a layer of black mist, armament hockey. Enel didn't expect Qin Luo to just punch him without saying a word. However, with his own heart net buff, he naturally made a quick judgment and avoided Qin Luo's punch on one side of his body. Enel sneered and said, "You can't attack me, it's from God." Bang! But I didn't expect that Qin Luo's speed was extremely fast, so fast that Enel didn't use the next heart net to avoid it. He was punched by Qin Luo on his arrogant face, slammed and flew out, fell to the ground, and rolled several times. PFF'd. Enel's chest was tight, and he spat out a mouthful of blood. His face was covered in dust, and there was blood on the corners of his mouth. The whole person looks a little embarrassed. At least compared to 10 seconds ago, it is a world of difference. Chapter 8_. Covering armament, Qin Luo's punch had caused Enel to have a concussion and a cerebral hemorrhage. It's just that Enel uses lightning and electrotherapy to massage his nervous system with electricity, which can make his stopped head become empty, no longer dizzy and confused. This is what is called God. It's too weak. Qin Luo raised his head high and looked down at Enel. This guy is really weak and pitiful. You are courting death. Enel's eyes flashed coldly. 60 million volts Trotron. Boom. Sky trembled, and the thunderous thunder sounded. From the palm of Enel's palm, a thunder dragon rushed out with an extremely terrifying aura. The void was silently shattered, and the thunder dragon instantly enlarged, reaching several hundred meters, with a sinuous figure, and the power of thunder flashed, rushing towards Rocky. Charge your body. Qin Luo's complexion changed, but he quickly defended himself, and thunder surged all over his body, wrapping his body. Boom. In an instant, the breath was completely violent, like a huge wave surging in the sky. The golden thunder and lightning passed by, the breath was surging, the sky shattered silently, and dazzling silver light bloomed, making the world pale in an instant. PFF'd. The thunder and lightning disappeared, the monstrous energy dissipated, and the huge crack that appeared in the sky gradually converged. Lightning flashed from Qin Luo's body, his shirt swayed wildly in the gust of wind, and the whole body was shaking. So cool. Chin Luo squinted and couldn't help enjoying it. Although Chin Luo's body continued to tremble due to the electric shock. But it also relieved the pain at the needle tip just now. Bathed in the ocean of thunder, the Logia fruit ability is not only easy to handle, but also comfortable and enjoyable. I am afraid that Chin Luo is the only one. Even if Chin Luo uses it properly, he can use this thunder power for his own use. Enel first looked at Chin Luo, who had nothing to do with it, wondering how he could block the 60 million volt typhoon. His face sank. Is this guy also a Guro no Mi, rumble fruit capable? However, how can there be two fruits of the same power in this world? In this case, the majesty of God is not allowed to be violated, and 60 million thunderbolts are not enough, so let's directly increase it to 200 million. When Enel was about to shoot, Chin Luo said indifferently, if you only have this kind of strength, then you will become my defeat. If you have anything, just explain it now, otherwise, I'm afraid you won't have a chance. Hey, if you want to defeat God, let's go in the next life. No, not in the next life. Seeing Chin Luo's arrogant tone, it's like he usually looks at the weak. It has to be said that the two are somewhat similar in this respect, Enel said coldly. However, if you are willing to bow your head and become a servant and be a servant by my side, I will show you the glory of the infinite land. When it comes to the infinite earth, the moon, Enel can't help but be sublimated, open his hands and look up to the sky, full of longing. I'm the one who killed you. If you say that, will it hurt their hearts too much? There was a hint of coldness in Chin Luo's indifferent pupils. Although he is arrogant and comes from the emotional influence of Thor Rey, but Thor Rey has to say that he is still a person who loves friends and friendship, and he and Gia turned from enemies into friends. Enel let out a sneer and replied, they probably weren't blessed by God. Quote. If the dead priests heard Enel say this, wouldn't they be so angry they cheated? To be honest with you, the infinite land you are talking about is just a piece of undeveloped wasteland. You'd better not be in vain, be your Thor, and be the Avengers another day, it's not bad. Chin Luo looked at Enel with the look of an ignorant, a poor man, and said honestly. Presumptuous. Enel roared. How can you mortals know our great ambitions? I will use going to build a spaceship, and then fly to the moon to build an ideal land. Only that mysterious, ethereal, high-altitude infinite land can be worthy of me. Chin Luo's mouth twitched, and he told you sincerely, there is nothing on the moon, so it's no use if you go. Seeing Chin Luo's obsession, Enel's eyes became colder. In this case, the Tao is different. Boom. The thunder was rolling, and the thunder dragons were dancing, and it was deafening for more than 10 miles. In an instant, in this world, Tianwei became more and more terrifying. At the same time, the rumbling sound was even louder, with lightning flashes and thunder bursts from the sky. The surroundings were dead silent, there was no vegetation, no fragrant birds and flowers, only the rumble of thunder, no birds in the sky, no beasts on the ground, no signs of life, like a Jedi. This is the area of lightning that Enel Guro no Mi, rumble fruit, emits. Looking at the scene in front of him, it suddenly changed, Chin Luo thought to himself. The area that the thunder radiates is about dozens of miles, and the silver light is bright, the thunder and lightning continue to rage, the thunder snake dances wildly, and makes an earth-shattering sound. Thunder and lightning have no beginning and no root, never dissipate, lightning and thunder is raging. Enel snarled violently, and the thunder and lightning were dazzling, like an angry dragon roaring. These lightning bolts bound the area like silver snakes. No matter how the thunder raged, it couldn't run out of this space, as if there was a huge transparent mask that was buckled upside down, isolating the thunder, allowing the thunder and lightning to rage, but could not rush out. Enel's expression was indifferent, and he walked forward step by step. Thunder and lightning followed his pace, bringing a lot of pressure to people, especially the silver light between the eyebrows, which was even more astonishing. Go. Enel gently pointed in Chin Luo's direction, a dazzling silver light, a thunder dragon, charged towards him with a terrifying aura. Full of style. Electric Chidori. Chinluo released lightning balls from his hands and floated all over his body, making a series of chirping sounds, quite like Kakashi's Chidori, and finally they all gathered in front of him and exploded aggressively in one breath. Contaminated with the thunder magnetic field emanating from around Enel. Boom! Thunder Dragon and Chidori both exploded, and terrifying energy swept across Shandora. This is an extremely terrifying scene. 2 explosive thunderbolts exploded at this moment, and the entire Sky Island was shocked. Chandora is almost wiped out. 2 million volts Thor. I saw that Enel made a big move directly. He is a ruthless person, and he doesn't talk nonsense with you. Enel's strongest move is to release all the 200 million volts of lightning from his entire body, and surround himself with all the released lightning, thereby transforming into a giant thunder god. Its attack power should not be underestimated. At the foot of Enel's feet, he was like a ghost, and in an instant, he was dozens of meters away and appeared in front of Chinluo. The strong Enel does not affect his speed, but increases with thunder and lightning, and so does his strength. His expression was indifferent. The silver light all over his body was dazzling, like a silver-armored god of war. His eyes were cold and ruthless, his fists were clenched, and thunderous lights emerged one after another, hitting Chinluo in the forehead. This punch is extremely powerful. In addition to the full blow, there is endless anger in it. Thunder God awakens. Thunder God breaks the sky. A cold light flashed in Chinluo's eyes, and with the right hand, violent thunder and lightning erupted. 300 magic crystals full of lightning magic power are suspended in a ring above the target, generating a large number of lightning strikes, the power of which is enough to destroy a city. Spinning like crazy. At this moment, Chinluo's blow, like a mysterious formation of magic crystals, with endless devouring and oppression, hit Enel's 200 million volt Thor. Chapter 9 Tons. At this moment, he did not imagine that thunder would blast through the magic crystal, but instead sink to the sea, annihilating traces. There was no movement, not even the sound of waves, not to mention the explosion of landslides. At this moment, I saw the sky with Chinluo as the center and a radius of 10 miles. The already cloudy and rainy weather became more gloomy, with lightning and thunder, muffled thunder, and rolling thunder. For a moment, the wind was blowing, and the sky was covered with dark clouds. Then it rained. The rain became heavier and heavier. It was an early morning, but it was like a dark night. The golden thunder and lightning gathered by Lei Shen directly absorbed all the power of thunder contained in Enel's ultimate move. How is that possible? Enel said in shock. With a roar, the violent thunder and lightning drilled away like a snake, trying to break through the magic crystal with the momentum of thunder. After a few seconds, there was silence, as if entering another different dimension, transferring the thunder damage. As if nothing had happened, everything seemed to be nothing. Of course, on Chinluo's side, Vivi's brow wrinkled. Thunder God slashing the heavens is Thor Rey's ultimate move. If his own health is lower than 1/3, he will definitely get a fatal blow from the next round, which belongs to the 5th skill. A little bit of harm to him. According to Chinluo's physical fitness, he came to bear the injury. Once it exceeds this range, Chinluo will be attacked with half of the damage. 200 million volts of lightning, half of the backlash, that is 100 million volts of lightning damage. Now Chinluo is being baptized by the thunder of 100 million volts. Fortunately, Chinluo not only used Thor's awakening as the first layer of protection, but also used armament hockey to solidify the outer end, which is equivalent to the second layer of protective barrier. Being beaten is not Chinluo's style. Chinluo's figure flashed, as if he had disappeared between heaven and earth. It's useless, everything you do is in vain. At this moment, Chinluo's voice came from all directions, and even if he carefully observed the source of the voice, he could not detect it. Enel, who was impatient at this time, doesn't even use the heart net properly. Bang! In an instant, Chinluo appeared in front of Enel and punched him. However, Enel is also a capable person of high-level heart net. Just when Chinluo was about to hit Enel in the face, Enel's heart network sensed Chinluo's trajectory, and instantly condensed blue light lightning all over his body. Using lightning as a protective shield, blocked Chinluo's solid punch. Boom! Suddenly, there was a loud bang, the latter swayed, took 2 steps back one after another, and the thunder mask rippling all over his body, but he was not injured. Ah! If you dare to despise God, you must die. Enel was furious, and the punch just now, even with the protection of the lightning shield, still shook his body with energy. It made him startled. To say, what Enel is most afraid of is not the collision of the flesh, Chinluo's armament hockey is fatal to him. The first blow, didn't it almost knock him out of a concussion? Hee, I see how long you can shrink back. Cold light flickered in Chinluo's eyes, and the thunderlight was driven like a thunderbolt. In the lightning area of Enel, keep moving. Ha! 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 While dodging Enel's attack, Chinluo also took the opportunity to attack the opponent a few times. The thumping sound kept ringing. Bang! Chinluo wrapped his iron fist and punched Enel away with a punch. He asked with a smile, Enel, isn't he calling himself a god? Why do you hide and dare not come out? Fist clenched, thunder and lightning surged, and violent thunder and lightning appeared, which matched the thunder and lightning area of Enel, with extraordinary formidable power. A song of thunder and thunder. Boom! Enel retreated again and again, humiliated and angry, and the dignified temple was so humiliated. Lei Ying. At this moment, Enel became more and more irritable, and used the wide-range thundercloud created by the Ark's motto to release thunder and lightning. This stimulates the thundercloud to turn it into a huge spherical black cloud, similar in appearance to ball lightning, and filled with amazing airflow and electric currents inside. Finally, the black ball thundercloud falls from the sky, and the moment it falls, a powerful thunder and lightning will erupt. I want to destroy Chinluo and Sky Island. Holy Spirit Thunder Slash. Suddenly, Chinluo looked at the sky full of gods and thunder, and felt in his heart, and the advanced form of Rey appeared in his mind. Shengting Rey. More dazzling golden thunder and lightning, almost covering a radius of 100 miles. Like a locust swarm crossing the border, it gradually devoured Enel's thunder and lightning. This phenomenon really startled Enel. Previously, he was only aware of the network, and he didn't know its power, but now that he was in front of him, he understood how the 3 priests died in Chinluo's hands. Damn, when will this number 1 appear on Sky Island? The golden yellow thunder and lightning pierced through the void, evoking the thunder, and the space was distorted, and layers of ripples suddenly swayed. Swipe away, following the direction of Enel, rushing away, tearing apart the space, carrying an astonishing edge. Boom! The golden thunder and lightning pierced the sky, blasted through Enel's black ball thundercloud, and shook the space. There was an uproar between heaven and earth, and at this moment it seemed to stop, everything stopped. Large cracks appeared in the space, rippled endlessly, causing a loud bang. Boom! At this moment, the sky is shaking, the earth is moving, and Shandora is shaking, as if the end is coming. Whether it is the residents of Sky Island or the Shandians, they are all terrified and in danger. The sound of the powerful energy impact made everyone in the shock deaf, and they didn't respond for a long time. Damn it now! Enel looked at the smoke filled with dust, unable to see the conditions of the battlefield. Under the detection of his heart net, Chinluo could not escape this blow. But the next second, Enel looked like he had seen a ghost. Because, at this moment, Chinluo's figure appeared in front of him. He also smiled to himself. That smile reminds Enel of her childhood. Running under the sunset that day was Enel's lost youth. Scissors, cloth, stone. Chinluo wrapped armament hockey with his right fist, which was pitch black and punched out. Enel 38 yards in the face hard, you're welcome. PFF'd. Enel was instantly knocked into the air and spewed out several streaks of blood, just like the blood-drenched head of Tang Bohu who was scolded for the poem, and a fragment of infinitely spewing blood. Enel's body fell on the arc of his dreams, and he didn't know whether to live or die, so let him indulge in that illusory fantasy. When Enel lost consciousness and lay on the arc, the surrounding area of lightning dissipated immediately. That's it. Qin Luo breathed a sigh of relief. The long battle was indeed quite laborious. I have to say, Enel's Guro no Mi, Rumble Rumble Fruit, is really tough. Fortunately, Qin Luo's Golden Thunderbolt is at least stronger than Enel's Thunderbolt, and with armament's hockey, restraining Enel and defeating him also takes a certain amount of effort. However, this is only because Qin Luo has completed 70% of his role progress. If the progress bar reaches 80%, it may not be so hard at all. According to Oda, Enel's bounty in the New World is about 500 million. And he defeated Enel, doesn't it mean that his strength is also among the hundreds of millions of berry pirates? P.S. Ask for a wave of free flowers and recommendation tickets, your support is the author's greatest motivation. Chapter 10 _ Ding! Defeat, God, Enel, character progress will increase by 5%, Thor Rey's progress will be 75%, reward the nature of the scumbag. At this time, such a prompt sounded in my mind. Host, Qin Luo. Current characters in the heavens, Thor. When going bar, 75%. Character, Thor Rey. Chance to draw characters from the heavens, 0. Hockey, armament hockey. Ding, passive skill, the nature of a scumbag, automatically triggered to prevent you from becoming a licking dog while improving your ability to talk with girls in different situations. Qin Luo. Scumbag. When did scumbags become a trend of the times? Isn't it sweet to be a straight man? Straight guy. You ask me what a straight man is, and I'll tell you today, straight men dare women who you scumbags dare not fight, and straight men dare women you scumbags dare not mess with. In a word, if you are scumbags, we are straight, but if you are not, we are straight. First tease and then delete. Royal Power Charter, is this straight enough, clear enough? Qin Luo looked at this thing that seemed to have no effect on him, and was speechless for a while. Before leaving, Qin Luo took out more than half of the going under Shandola, and put a whole mountain of going into the system space. If it wasn't for the lack of storage space in the system, Qin Luo would have wanted to evacuate the city of Shandola going. Qin Luo won't be tired. He felt that the going here should be enough for the 4 emperors, Bounty Berry. 3 days later. Boss, have a soup dumpling. At night, the stars of Sky Island are exceptionally bright. As if within a few feet, you can reach out and touch. Qin Luo was going to taste Kana's craftsmanship again before leaving Sky Island. When he showed up in the store, Kana's was visibly startled. It was late at night and no one else was in the store. Learn Qin Luo's identity from other Sky Island residents, who dared to challenge God, Enel. Some residents even said that the huge noise that occurred in the Forbidden Land 3 days ago, the destruction of the sky, was the duel between Qin Luo and Enel. Therefore, Kana's was a little afraid of Qin Luo in front of him. There are also some curiosity. Who is this young man? Did you hear that? Qin Luo stood in front of Kana's and waved. Interrupted her thinking. Oh, okay, right away. Kana's then reacted, blushing pretty, and hurriedly lowered his head, not daring to look directly at Qin Luo, and turned to the kitchen. Seeing Kana's reaction, Qin Luo couldn't help but find it interesting. Pretty red face, like a rose waiting to be picked. Or take her. At the same time as his strength is strong, Qin Luo's desire spreads around like ripples in the water. Hello, the soup dumpling is ready. A delicious soup dumpling was presented in front of Qin Luo. Kana's had a smile on his face, but he was apprehensive. She found that Qin Luo looked at her eyes, as if there was some heat. Okay. Qin Luo took a deep breath and suppressed the throbbing. The desire is a bit big. Is the battle not enough to satisfy him? Or, it's a possessed figure, the emotional influence of Thor Rey, but isn't it a genie? Do you still understand human affection? The way, it is said that Rey has a wife named Axia. Axia, originally located on the star of Cecilia, is also the guardian of this star. That time, Rey was seriously injured after the battle, resulting in his lack of fighting ability, and finally fell into the ice and snow. And Axia rescued Rey at this time. Beauty saves the hero, love at first sight. Wait, shouldn't it be a passive skill, the nature of a scumbag, the influence it causes? Never mind. Qin Luo shook his head, not wanting so much. Thank you. The soup dumpling exudes an attractive fragrance, which is tangy to the nostrils. Facing Qin Luo's gentle smile, Canis was startled. For a time, she was nervous in her heart and couldn't help holding her breath. His smile was really warm, like the warm sun in winter. He doesn't seem to be as ferocious as he was rumored to be. Ignoring Canis, Qin Luo picked up a soup dumpling with chopsticks. First, blow it down to reduce the heat, and then it will be broken, and then a strong fragrance will hit the nostrils. The aroma that came from his nostrils made Qin Luo salivate. The longbao was like a peach, with a thin skin, and you could vaguely see the reddish meat filling inside. Qin Luo almost drooled. He couldn't wait to take a bite into his mouth, and the hot gravy scalded him. But he didn't have the slightest resistance to the food in front of him. Include the soup in your mouth, just keep stud till the stud. Steaming heat exhaled from his mouth. Canis was on the side and felt amused when he saw this scene. Well, the pumpkin noodles are delicious, and this soup dumpling is also very good. Qin Luo closed his eyes, as if his whole body was immersed in the inside of the soup dumpling, warm and comfortable, the sauce like a burst of juice, like a violent storm, immersed in it, unable to extricate himself. Familiar taste, rippling mind. The whole taste buds are full of this wonderful feeling. After Qin Luo finished taking a bite, found that Canis was looking at him, pursed his lips and snickered. There was a throbbing in my heart. Qin Luo's passive skills, the nature of a scumbag, gradually took over his mind. Chapter 11 _ A kiss for love, perhaps the word comes from this. Time flies, and soon it is early morning. Rising eastward, a gentle mist rises by the river. The mountains are painted with a layer of soft milky white, and the white mist renders everything hazy and psychedelic. Canis fell asleep peacefully. Vivi's long eyelashes fluttered, and gradually fell asleep, as if very relieved. Gradually fell asleep, but before she knew it, 2 lines of clear tears fell from her beautiful eyes. Qin Luo felt the temperature of the peerless beauty in his arms, and he didn't know what to think. This damn scumbag nature is really a mistake. Ding! The host triggers the scumbag nature, conquers the goddess's reward, and obtains the fighting technique of forbearance, the armor of thunder. This TM work. The more goddesses you conquer, the more rewarding you get. Nami, Robin, Shirahoshi, Empress. Damn, this body needs to be repaired, otherwise it won't be able to withstand it. At this time, she should still be in Orange Village and was forced to join Arlong's gang. In order to redeem her hometown, she and Arlong agreed to buy back the village with 100 million berries. Nami, here I come. Just let me free you. Wait. Qin Luo's eyes were weird. This should be the nature of a scumbag again. What is a scumbag? Not taking the initiative, not rejecting, not responsible. For a while, Qin Luo didn't think of a way to solve the scumbag nature, so he put it down first. Anyway, you'll be fine. Let's think about the reward just now. After all, last night, I contributed a lot. There is no credit or hard work. The armor of thunder. Qin Luo looked at it in his heart. Forbearance fighting technique. Armor of thunder escape. Reikage's exclusive hegemony body in Hokage is to use Lei-dun to form a layer of armor on the outside of the body, activating the body so that it can use Lei-shun's body, and the defense ability will be greatly improved. This is interesting. Forging the body with lightning, can it improve the fighting technique of endurance? When the time comes, punch Wano-kuni Kaido and kick Shanks in the face. Chin-Luo's eyes were complicated, and he glanced at Kanes who was asleep. What should he do with this? You can't take her to sail. I thought subconsciously in my heart that Kanes' face value is at most 80%, which is still not enough to look at. Crack. Chin-Luo slapped himself with a slap. Bah, scumbag. Bubble people, there is this idea. However, this is also impossible. Think of it as a one-night stand. Chin-Luo Tuo printed a forbearance fighting technique of the Armor of Thunder, hoping it will be useful to Kanes. After doing all this, he left carefully. Shortly after leaving, Kanes's eyelashes moved, and he woke up, first feeling unwell, and then finding that Chin-Luo was not there. Standing up suddenly, she asked in surprise, "Last night, what happened?" "My head hurts a bit, thinking of something." Last night, she remembered the gestures of her words overlapping waves. For a time, Kanes' pretty face was as red as the sunset. How could she? She shyly covered her face. How could she not refuse last night? And she took the initiative. Seeing the rubbing copy of the thunder armor beside the bed, Chin-Luo was no longer there, and my heart was a little empty. A few days later. An uninhabited island. Boom boom. The sky was as blue as wash, and there were no clouds in the thousands of miles, but the sound of rolling thunder was deafening and spread throughout the entire land. A terrifying coercion descended from the sky. This is the real power of heaven, pressing down from the sky to the earth. Some beasts in hibernation were directly awakened and terrified. As for the beasts in the depths of the island, they let out an uneasy roar. Boom. The silver light between the sky and the earth is shining, and a thunderbolt falls. The power is terrifying. This is the first thunder baptism, and the armor of thunder escape has to go through 36 thunder baptisms. If Chin-Luo did not make a mistake, there would be 36 thunderbolts falling, each with more power than one. To cultivate the thunder armor, you have to go through Lei Ting's forging, so that the quality of your body can achieve a qualitative leap. Bang! Chin-Luo went up against the sky, turned into a streamer, and shattered the lightning with the fist wrapped by armament hockey. After that, I saw Chin-Luo's upper body robes, hunting and agitating, but he was never smashed by the violent thunder and lightning, and there were lightning-like lines flowing around his body, which flowed strangely. This is Chin-Luo's body absorbing the energy of lightning, tempering his body, and the armor of thunder will gradually take shape. In his body, chi and blood rose to the sky, rendering the sky, and the surging energy was surging. Bang! The second thunderbolt was also smashed by Chin-Luo. The golden light and lightning roared like a thunder dragon. He was like a tyrannical body of Kaihuang. Boom! The thunder of the sky is violent and more powerful, and the rumbling sound can be heard for dozens of miles, shaking the heavens endlessly. One after another, the thunder fell, and the breath was terrifying. The whole island seemed to have suffered a prehistoric epic earthquake. The whole body is covered with golden armor. Chin-Luo is radiant, bathed in the thunder light, using the energy of the sky to quench the body. This is also a kind of transformation. The perfect body will be stronger after the baptism of the thunder. Boom boom. There are 36 thunderbolts. At first, they fell one after another, but at the end, they all fell together. A chain of lightning appeared between heaven and earth, running through the whole world. Rolling thunder sounded, and the energy of the thunder was raging. The thunder light became more and more dazzling. Chin-Luo's fighting power was unparalleled, and the constitution was amazing. Armament hockey, assembled on the exterior of the body as a first layer of protection. However, the whole body was still bombarded with smoke, and the bones made a clicking sound. At this moment, Chin-Luo's bones were broken in many places. His body was extremely dark, and he suffered a lot of damage. But soon, he was awakened by one of Rey's thunder gods, and while improving the attack and defense, he used the charging effect for his own injuries to restore it as before. With the passage of time, Qin-luo successfully resisted the baptism of thunder. There was a majestic vitality in his body, the bones made a crackling sound, the blackened old skin was falling, and the new skin was smooth as jade, emitting a brilliant light. Every time I experience the baptism of thunder, it is a transformation. A breakthrough in strength, a qualitative leap in physique. Qin-luo's combat power is much stronger. The armor of thunder escaped LV2. The cloudy sky began to clear. A blue sky appeared, dyed with a touch of colorful clouds. The sky is clear, the sky is clear. Qin-luo only feels that he can beat Enel with one punch without telling lies. Personal screen information. Host, Qin-luo. Current characters in the heavens, Thor. When going degree bar, %. Character, Thor Rey. Chance to draw characters from the heavens, 0. Hockey, armament hockey. Forbearance fighting technique, armor of thunder escape LV2. Cultivating this forbearance fighting technique can not only train the physique, but also induce lightning to forge the body, and can also stimulate the progress bar of the characters in the heavens. The original progress bar was 75%, but now it has risen to %. Chapter 12 _ The sea was turbulent, and the water and sky were the same color. Looking from a distance, a pirate ship is speeding on the blue waves. Every sailor is working hard, paddling like a fly, and it seems that there is a sea king behind it. The little ones are all working harder. That bitch dared to steal the treasure of our blood wolf pirates, she must have pulled her tendons and skinned her. A captain wearing a blindfold, a captain's hat, and a blood wolf tattoo on his entire arm, was standing at the highest point, roaring loudly. Thinking of this, his lungs are going to explode. That damn bitch, dare to play with him and steal all the treasures of their pirate group, is it tolerable or unbearable? At this moment, Morioka Hayabusa accidentally discovered that the door of the captain's room was pushed open at some point. Then, a completely unfamiliar, handsome and unbelievably handsome young man appeared at the door. Seeing this young man's face, Morioka Hayabusa was stunned. He was sure that the pirates did not have this person. Even if there is, it would be disrespectful. Entering the captain's room without permission is a rebellion. Women equals thieves, youth equals robbers. You really don't look down on him, Captain Hayabusa Morioka, do you? Hayabusa Morioka is furious. Captain Hayabusa Morioka took out a revolver from the waistband of his trousers, pointed it at the young man, and said viciously, "Dare to sneak into my captain's room, I will let you know what regret is." Bang bang bang. There was a sound of muscles colliding. A few minutes later, many pirates with bruised noses and faces covered with bags stood in a row in front of the youth with their hands in their hands and shy faces. Everyone had a sincere smile on their faces. As for the leader, Captain Morioka Hayabusa, he took off his blindfold and his revolver seemed to be scorched to ashes by some kind of energy. Big brother, misunderstanding, it's all a misunderstanding. Our pirate group has already been stolen once, and we have no wealth anymore. Big brother, please spare us. Seeing that Captain Morioka Hayabusa decisively took off the blindfold, folded his head, and squatted on the ground, Qin-luo suddenly felt speechless. When a pirate, you are too cowardly. Qin-luo sat in the chair and said easily, "Tell me, what's going on?" The pirates were chattering for a while, and the noisy Qin-luo had a headache. After another physical awakening, everyone's language skills have really improved. Only then did Qin-luo figure out the ins and outs of the matter. It turns out that the name of this pirate group is the Blood Wolf Pirates. Although they are not well known, they have gotten along relatively smoothly, and they have made a few small fortunes recently. Yesterday, they accidentally rescue a shipwrecked woman. The woman told them that her family would pay a lot of money to redeem her if she could save her life. Captain Morioka Hayabusa was moved when he heard the woman's promise of a lot of money. Even if there is no ransom, that woman's figure is quite predictable. The woman is indeed a very good woman. After recovering a little, she will take the initiative to pour tea and water, very diligent. Not only that, the woman's little mouth is called a sweet, not to mention others, even Morioka Hayabusa's mind is a little floating. Then, women swept away all their treasures by night. Hearing this plot, Chinluo's heart moved, and he felt a sense of familiarity. Describe the woman's appearance and clothes to me. Yes. With everyone's description, Chinluo learned about the appearance of the female thief. He has short orange hair and a good figure, wearing a simple short-sleeved striped top on the upper body and a slightly worn-out skirt on the lower body. Bit by bit, it slowly merged with the image in Chinluo's heart. Chinluo had a strange look on his face, and was about to go to Kokoyashi village to find her, but he didn't expect to meet her here, and it would take no effort. Woman, you managed to get my attention. At the same time, Chinluo couldn't help shaking his head. Damn scumbag nature, I can even think of such a thing. I really think you are a domineering president. IQ simply dropped drastically. According to the dress they described, Nami was obviously not the daughter of a rich family. Just like that, she still expects her parents to send the ransom money. Obviously, they were greedy for Nami from the beginning. Despicable. Sure enough, they were all scumbags. Compared to them, Chinluo suddenly felt that his heart was much purer. In an instant, the pirates felt a chill down their spines, and then the bones became more and more loose, and the smiles on their faces became clearer. Chinluo was too lazy to pay attention to this. Do you have the latest newspaper? Yes, yes, yes. Morioka Hayabusa was granted amnesty, and with one look, a pirate younger brother suddenly ran out. Not long after, several newspapers appeared in front of Chinluo. Useful information about the 4 emperors, Admiral, in the newspapers. The news is basically very unfamiliar. One after another, Chinluo finally saw something familiar. The clown buggy offered a reward of 15 million Baileys and became the famous big pirate of East Blue. Pirate Krieg was officially crowned the East Blue Overlord, because he owned 50 ships and 5,000 people. For pirates, marines, Revolutionary Army, bounty hunters, Chinluo has no prejudice in every identity, he is just him. Morioka Hayabusa held his hands together, accompanied him carefully, and said with a shy smile, that, big brother, do you want to continue chasing that woman? Chinluo's face sank. Is it easy for a girl to start a side business and earn some money? Scum, garbage. The crowd burst into tears. That's their pirate group's money. Morioka Hayabusa spit on his face and said with a smile, yes, brother, you were right. Let's turn around and stop chasing. Chinluo's face sank. Stop chasing. What I hate most is people like you who do things halfway. Look, what can you do? All the pirates wanted to cry but had no tears. They knew that they would run into such a difficult master as Chinluo. What else would they do? Who are they provoking? Morioka Hayabusa, what are you looking at? Haven't seen such a handsome big brother. Why don't you continue chasing him? What I hate most is you scumbags who gave up halfway, scum. Yes, Captain. All the sailors ran away in a hurry. Morioka Hayabusa smiled and said, brother, do you think this is feasible? Chinluo looked at Morioka Falcon's drooling old face speechlessly, and the corners of his mouth couldn't help twitching. Your motherfucker is really a talent, he's too embarrassed to kill him. In the short period of time on the boat, Chinluo has already sensed that there are no real good people on this boat. There is even blood on the deck that has not been rinsed off. It is conceivable how much evil they have done. However, pirates, a little movement is normal. After all, it's not like Luffy and the others, just a group of second-generation officials who love adventure. Just then, a sailor shouted, Captain, see that woman's boat. As soon as the sailor said this, the entire pirate ship immediately boiled. Looking from a distance, a small lifeboat suddenly appeared in my eyes. To Chin Luo's surprise, the small lifeboat was heading towards Chin Luo. After careful perception, Chin Luo immediately confirmed the thoughts in his heart. The female thief who stole the Blood Wolf pirates was indeed Nami. However, the Nami in Chin Luo's impression was much more immature, and looked only 16 or 17 years old. Chapter 13 _ As the ship got closer and closer, Hayabusa Morioka suddenly became excited. Big brother, it's her, who stole all the gold and silver treasures of our pirate group. Chin Luo slapped over and said angrily, don't block me. Hayo Morioka hurriedly nodded and bowed, yes, big brother, I understand. Soon, Morioka Hayabusa got excited again, treasure, big brother, that's the treasure of our Blood Wolf pirates. Snapped. Chin Luo slapped again and said impatiently, don't block me. A red slap print appeared on Morioka Hayabusa's face. Morioka Hayabusa gave a thumbs up and praised, brother, good palms, in the future, you will be able to traverse East Blue, gallop on a great route, and be invincible all over the world. Hayabusa Morioka picked up a handkerchief and said with a smile, big brother, it's clean, do you want to wipe it? Chin Luo. The approach of the Blood Wolf pirates made Nami panic. Looking at the treasure chest nearby, her heart sank to the bottom. She had never stolen so much money in one go. This treasure chest of gold and silver jewelry, she just made a rough calculation, and when it was converted into Bailey, it was almost 5 or 6 million. But it was also the first time for her to fall into such a difficult situation. There are wolves in front and tigers behind, and if you are not careful, you will fall into the abyss. Want to abandon the treasure chest and run away. As soon as this thought came up in her mind, Nami shook her head frantically. The treasure she finally got, and then discarding it is like cutting flesh to her. But don't give up. Looking at the several pirate ships that were quickly approaching her, Nami's beautiful eyes suddenly flashed a trace of hatred. Pirates, pirates again. Why are there so many pirates in this world? Why is Marine so incompetent? After a lot of hard work and stealing the treasure from the Blood Wolf pirates, Nami fled overnight, and her movements were not swift. Seeing that the treasure chest was about to be smuggled away, Nami did not expect to encounter several pirate ships blocking the way. What's even more incredible is that those pirate ships set up guards at key channel crossings, robbing merchant ships one by one. Nami, who was familiar with charts and ocean currents, evacuated immediately. Unfortunately, it was still a step too late, and she was targeted. What to do? She is such a small boat, if she continues to consume it, she will be overtaken by the big boat sooner or later. At this moment, Nami felt a cool breeze blowing from her face. Looking at the strong Hiyori cloud above her head, Nami was shocked, and then she became entangled again. According to Nami's meteorological knowledge and sailing experience, a storm is coming. If she took advantage of this storm, she might not have the chance to leave safely with her treasure. But the risk really is too great. Her small lifeboat has almost no ability to withstand the storm. Even with her knowledge of weather, ocean currents, and charts, it would be too difficult to survive. But abandon the treasure chest. After thinking for a few seconds, Nami decided to do it. The treasure in her hands, there is no reason to give up. The little thief cat didn't learn in a day. Don't look at her skill in stealing and deception now, but she suffered too many losses in the early years. It's not uncommon for the theft to fail and be beaten with blood. As soon as she said it, Nami immediately adjusted her course and started to drive in the other direction. After a while, the ships of the Blood Wolf pirates and several unknown pirates turned around. Another half-hour later, the sea, which was cloudless just now, directly set off a storm. The waves were huge, and a large wave splashed several meters high. Not to mention Nami's boat, even the three-masted sailboat of the Blood Wolf pirates has become a flat boat at sea. Anytime, anywhere, it is possible to overturn. Morioka Hayabusa bit the bullet and said, "Brother, you have to return, or the pirate ship may be overturned by the big waves." The pirate ship swayed wildly, and the waves were higher than each other, which surprised Shinluo. This is the first time Shinluo has personally felt the power of the sea's anger. It's superficial on paper, and the feeling of oppression is completely different from seeing it in person and watching it on TV. It must be said that the power of nature is really vast and magnificent. Human beings often appear very small in front of it. The small lifeboat that Nami was riding in, accompanied by the ups and downs of the waves, suddenly appeared, and even felt like a crazy test near the mouth of the sea beast. Others may not know why Nami is so obsessed with the treasure chest, but Shinluo knows very well. But even so, Shinluo was still shocked by Nami's madness. She really wanted money or not. Damn woman, still so attractive. Ba ba ba. At this moment, Shinluo suddenly felt a huge wave hit, and then the small lifeboat Nami was riding was directly overturned. Shinluo didn't think about anything, and his body moved naturally. The body is like lightning and thunder, and it rushes towards the rolling waves. Shinluo's movements were really too fast, like rays of light, when the pirates of the Blood Wolf pirates saw Shinluo's figure again. Shinluo has appeared not far from the angry waves. Disappear, appear, disappear, appear again. In the end, it turned into a small dot and disappeared between the water and the sky. When everyone saw Shinluo's figure again, they found that Shinluo had returned to the pirate ship at some point. Not only that, Shinluo actually held a young girl in his arms. Who was Nami, who stole the treasure of their pirate group? However, no one was paying attention to Nami and treasure at this time. The members of the Blood Wolf pirates had dry tongues, beads of sweat oozing from their foreheads, and their mouths were so wide that they could even stuff a watermelon into them. It turned out that Shinluo's speed was so terrifying. God, were they the kind of people they were provoking? Too terrifying. Even if it is a storm, everyone is drenched in soup, but everyone has a feeling of dry mouth. Hayabusa Morioka, the captain of the Blood Wolf pirates, was even more fortunate. Fortunately, he was good at flattering and licking Shinluo comfortably early, otherwise the graves would probably grow grass now. Chapter 14 _ Shinluo didn't bother to pay attention, and said, "Return." Morioka Hayabusa's body trembled, and the goosebumps all over his body shuddered. There is a feeling that Shinluo presses the remote control and he receives a radio command. Morioka Hayabusa roared, "Why are you still standing still? Didn't you hear the boss's order? Do you want to sink to the bottom of the sea to feed the sharks? Stupid." With the roar of Hayabusa Morioka, the crew of the Blood Wolf pirates began to act one after another. Soon, the pirate ship successfully turned around and began to return. Feeling the mobility of the sailors, Shinluo was instantly satisfied. The combat power of this group of pirates may be scum, but everyone is an extremely experienced sailor, which is really useful. If Shinluo was replaced, with such a big ship, he would probably only be able to use thunder and lightning as the driving force to rush out. In general, the problem is not big, it is too exhausting, and it is easy to get lost. This kind of hard work is not suitable for Shinluo now. Cabin. Shinluo raised his eyebrows gently. Since you're awake, don't pretend to be in a coma. You keep wearing wet clothes, but you'll catch a cold. Seeing that she couldn't hold on anymore, Nami jumped up from the bed. Without saying a word, she skillfully took out a 3-piece long stick from the chest of the fourth dimension, and after splicing it together, it became a long stick. The long stick smashed straight at Shinluo's forehead, ruthless and resolute, showing no mercy. The movements are so skilled, that makes me feel distressed. Obviously, being caught and pretending to be in a coma, and then waiting for an opportunity to attack and counterattack, has become one of her best life-saving skills. It's just a pity that Nami met Shinluo. Shinluo easily caught the 3-section stick that Nami attacked, and Nami was startled, and then resorted to a series of sinister moves. For example, poking the eye, kicking the crotch, etc. Unfortunately, for Chin Luo, it was all in vain. Seeing that all the means were ineffective, Nami accepted her fate, and said with great difficulty, like cutting flesh. "Treasure, I will pay. My home is in Kokoyashi village. As long as you come with me, I will give you all my treasure." Hearing Nami's words, Chin Luo almost didn't laugh. Sure enough, the more beautiful women are, the more deceptive they are. Ordinary pirates would probably believe Nami's words. But in East Blue, Arlong's strength is still a bit strong, and ordinary pirates are not opponents. If you are really naive and go to Kokoyashi village with Nami, you will definitely be fed by Arlong every minute. However, for Chin Luo, the situation is completely different. Kokoyashi village is equivalent to a novice village, and Arlong is not enough to see in front of his eyes. The other is Tong Yanju, the young and tender Nami, is very different from the Nami in Chin Luo's impression. It has both a lowly and a girlish style, which makes Chin Luo feel fresh. It's like a game to get rid of boredom. Chin Luo: "Yes, I agree." Hearing Chin Luo's words, Nami was surprised, so she agreed. In the past, in such a situation, those bitter masters would think carefully and repeatedly verify, and she would have to be crazy to play in order to be successful. Nami said uncertainly, "So you agree?" Chin Luo: "Of course. Is there a problem?" Embarrassed, Nami quickly denied it. "I just want to know, why did you agree so simply?" Chin Luo smiled and joked, "I would rather be buried in the sea than give up the treasure chest. A miser like you who loves money like your life will surely hide more treasures than you can imagine." Hearing Chin Luo's comment, Nami was extremely annoyed. Like a cat whose tail was stepped on, her whole body was blown up. Nami's pretty face even turned red. If she hadn't confirmed that she couldn't beat her, she would even want to step on Chin Luo's feet. Chin Luo looked at Nami up and down, and Nami suddenly got goosebumps. She crossed her arms and said vigilantly, "What are you going to do? If you dare to mess around, I won't tell you where I hid my treasure." Chin Luo: "What are you thinking? It's too dirty." Nami is stunned. She is dirty. She had never seen such a brazen person. At this time, she was so angry that her teeth were itchy, and she wished to make a few footprints on Chin Luo's face. But Nami dare not and can't. She knew that she and Chin Luo were not at the same level of strength. Her life, death, and safety were all tied to Chin Luo's thoughts. "Chin Luo, the pirate ship doesn't support idlers, and I happen to be short of someone who brings tea, pours water, rubs his shoulders and beats his legs. After unanimous research, it is decided that it is you." Nami's eyes widened and she said in disbelief, "You want me to be your maid? You are dreaming. We are in an equal trading relationship. The treasure I owe you will be paid off." Chin Luo didn't care about her money. After all, he got 10 times as much wealth in Sky Island as she did. He said, "If you don't want to be a maid, then upgrade to a bed-warming maid, it's easy and comfortable." "Nami, you dream. Even if I was buried in the belly of a fish, I would never agree to your despicable and shameless request." A 10,000 Bailey note appeared in Chin Luo's hand. The day before, he also deliberately exchanged part of the going into Bailey banknotes. It was fully exchanged for hundreds of millions of Baileys. Nami's big eyes suddenly couldn't be moved. Nami glanced at the banknotes, then looked at Chin Luo vigilantly, and then glanced at the banknotes again and again. "Chin Luo, when I'm a maid, the payday ends, one day." Nami's eyes turned into the shape of Bailey, and she held the banknotes in Chin Luo's hands. 10,000 a day, deal." Chin Luo said with a wicked smile. "I originally wanted to say 100,000 a day. Since you asked for 10,000, then let's meet your request." Nami Petrochemical. "The 10,000 Baileys I just got in my hand are not fragrant anymore. Too cheap. P.S. Ask for a wave of free flowers and evaluation tickets, thank you guys." Chapter 15 The sea is endless, and it usually takes a few weeks or even longer to reach the next island. For pirates, there is nothing unaccustomed to, even Nami is used to it. However, for Nami, life on the Blood Wolf pirate ship is really not pleasant. No matter who has a master on their head suddenly, I am afraid they will not be very comfortable, even if they can make money. Nami likes money, but she prefers to lie down on the bed and make money without doing anything. More importantly, she had previously joined the Blood Wolf pirates and stole their treasure. While the Blood Wolf pirates were chasing Nami, they encountered Chinluo, the evil star. Then, the good days when the pirate ship was lawless and happy are gone forever. Not only that, but he was always worried that Chinluo might kill them at will. In just a few days, they felt like they had fallen into the water of Wonglian, but they had to smile the whole time when they faced Chinluo. Naturally, all the suffering was blamed on Nami. The Blood Wolf pirates are like a needle hidden in the cotton, and the hostility from time to time makes Nami feel like a group of wolves surrounded by wolves, like sitting on pins and needles. Stealing money for a while, was caught in a crematorium. Not only that, but she has to always be on guard against Chinluo, a good master, who thinks wrongly about her. At night, when the door is blocked, I don't dare to take off my clothes when I sleep, and I wake up with a little trouble. However, this is nothing to Nami, she is used to it anyway. Originally, Nami thought that Chinluo, the master, was extremely difficult to serve, but to her surprise, Chinluo's request was really just a trivial matter such as serving tea and pouring water. This made Nami heave a sigh of relief, and her impression of Chinluo was greatly changed. However, a pirate is a pirate, and she will never forgive a pirate no matter what. Even if Chinluo is very handsome, even if Chinluo treats her well, but Nami has no guilt in her heart for tricking Chinluo into Arlong paradise. A dog bites a dog's hair, it's not a good thing anyway. Chinluo thought in his heart that to conquer a woman, he must take his time. Time flies. What makes Nami feel absurd is that her current status as a maid has instead become her amulet on the ship. The pirates of the Blood Wolf pirates hated her, but on the surface they were respectful and did not dare to overstep her. Not only that, she also has various preferential treatment on board, and she is considered the best in terms of food, clothing, accommodation, and transportation. This made Nami even more curious about Chinluo. Who is Chinluo? How could he actually treat the Blood Wolf pirates, these ferocious and domineering guys, to be submissive? This is great. Inadvertently, the high-ranking temperament revealed made Nami even more speechless. Could it be that Chinluo is a noble of a certain kingdom? Nami couldn't help but think about it, feeling that everything about Chinluo seemed to be shrouded in a layer of mist. Big brother, after the big storm, we lost our way, and we walked for a few more days, and now there is not enough food and fresh water on board. Morioka Hayabusa was extremely worried and bit his head. A strong man like Chinluo is not one-dimensional power with them, and their life and death are in Chinluo's mind. In the face of Chinluo, he can only obey, and try his best to show his value. It is useless to Chinluo, and they are also in danger. But now, they seem screwed up. The sea, the four fields are wide open, and there is no distinction between the east, the south, the north, the middle, and even a reference object. Chinluo is also a little blind. There is a specialization in the art industry. Nami! Chinluo shouted, and Nami came over sweetly with a cup of tea. Master, this is the lemon tea I prepared for you, what are your orders? Seeing the attentive Nami, Morioka Hayabusa's eyes suddenly flashed with a trace of fear. When it comes to flattery, Morioka Hayabusa admits that he is very skilled. But I can't stand Nami's sweet appearance and youthful cuteness. This kind of competitiveness, he can't match a big man no matter what. Nami, such a fine person, just instantly understood Morioka Hayabusa's thoughts, and immediately proudly puffed out her chest and straightened her waist. Chin Luo was speechless. However, he didn't bother to pay attention to it. Watching the fight between the two, Chin Luo even felt like watching a small theater of a palace drama. Chin Luo said, "Nami, the boat is lost, and there is not enough food and water." Nami was taken aback and Warong turned pale. "Master, don't eat me, my meat is not delicious at all." Puff. Chin Luo almost spit out a mouthful of water. What is this all about? Is he the kind of monster who eats people at every turn? Boom. Chin Luo angrily knocked on Nami's forehead. Nami was in pain and instinctively covered her forehead with her hands. The actress Nami squeezed out a few tears on the spot. She was about to cry, and she looked pitiful. Chin Luo was stunned for a while, his heart was melting. It's so cute that she is so coquettish and so cute that she wants to cry. Without saying a word, Chin Luo immediately took out the camera from the boathouse. Click. 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 After taking a few photos, Chin Luo felt a sense of satisfaction. Photograph. Nami looked strangely at the camera in Chin Luo's hand, which was very different from the style she had ever seen. In fact, the cameras that Nami has seen are all kinds of strange, and the more strange one is the phone bug. However, one thing Nami confirmed, Chin Luo didn't seem to have any intention of using her as a reserve grain. But just in case, there were more tears in Nami's eyes, watery, and she looked like a little cute and pitiful. This hand cry Dafa is too skilled. Chin Luo said angrily, "Stop pretending, hurry up and take back your tears." Nami was careful, seeing that Chin Luo didn't seem to be joking, she could only bite the bullet and agree. Yes. Nami looked pitiful and submissive to the little maid, and immediately took back her tears. The eyes of the pirates almost didn't bulge out, and the tears were really taken back. What is the structure of these eyes? Chin Luo was also happy. With Nami's acting skills, Oscar owes her a golden statue. Then the ship will be under your command, and all sailors will obey your orders. Chin Luo said casually. What? Nami still has cute big eyes with water mist, which is full of incredible writing. Did she have hallucinations in her ears? A ship gets lost in the sea, which is a major event related to the life and death of the entire ship. The authority of the captain is often reflected here. Now, Chin Luo has decided in one word, handing the fate of the entire ship directly into her hands. What are you kidding? Immediately, Nami wondered, how did Chin Luo know that she was very good at sailing? It seems that she has never mentioned it in front of Chin Luo. Could it be from the last time she was driving a small lifeboat? Nami feels a little confused. When the storm is big and fast, can you see something? Nami felt more and more that Chin Luo was unfathomable, and a bad feeling rose in her heart. It seems that things are not going according to her script. As for Captain Morioka Hayabusa, and the other sailors, their eyes widened in disbelief. Is this coquettish bitch vixen on top like this? Brother, it is absolutely impossible. The harem is not allowed to engage in politics, and the beauty and misfortune will mislead the country. Chapter 16_. At this moment, every pirate in the Blood Wolf Pirates has 1,000 words in their hearts and can't wait to spit them out immediately. However, in the face of Chin Luo, they didn't dare to say a word like this. It was really that day that Chin Luo rushed into the waves alone, and came back with a big living person like Nami casually, which gave them a huge impact. Even if they fired a volley of guns, what could they do in the face of Chin Luo? Looking at the endless sea, the Blood Wolf Pirates felt so desperate for the first time. Can a little woman stand up to all the sailors here? Nami, a little woman, can still top all the sailors of the Blood Wolf Pirates. The answer is yes. When the pirate ship returned to the route safely under the command of Nami, the pirates still had a feeling of dreaming. The trek that made the men at sea frightened was solved like this. Just kidding. The way everyone looked at Nami suddenly changed a bit. A vase, no matter how beautiful it looks, once the freshness wears off, they can have revenge and revenge. But a good navigator, it is completely different. No matter what power they are in, they are very popular. It is no exaggeration to say that the lives of everyone on board are in the hands of the navigators. To a certain extent, the status of a good navigator is not even lower than that of a captain. Therefore, on many sea-going ships, the most experienced navigators are often promoted as captains. Has Lord Chin-luo already known about Nami's talent? No wonder. Everyone suddenly felt a sense of letting go of a big stone in their hearts. The net worth and life are in Chin-luo's hands, whether he admits it or not. Chin-luo is their current captain. Of course, they hope that Chin-luo will be wiser and better. Next, the ship became much more stable, and the atmosphere on the ship became more and more harmonious. Because there is no crisis of running out of ammunition and food, the food supply on board has returned to a plentiful level. Not only that, there was even a small banquet on board. Even Nami was invited. Compared with the past, the attitude of the sailors was much more sincere this time. At the banquet, everyone discovered that Nami was actually quite forthright and actually got along well with them. Under Nami's wave of rhythms, all the sailors on the ship actually chatted and laughed with Nami again. It seems that he has completely forgotten that Nami once took their treasures away in one wave. Chin-luo couldn't help laughing. Nami really deserved to be a girl who grew up in a pirate's den. She was really like a weed on the side of the road. Live very well. At this moment, Chin-luo sensed something, and Vivi couldn't help frowning. There are pirate ships coming to besiege them, they really don't know whether to live or die. When he sensed the flag of the pirates, Chin-luo's face suddenly showed a strange look. There is no other reason. The pirate ship that came around belonged to the Krieg pirate group. When many pirates only had one ship and a few guns, the Krieg pirates insisted on implementing the advanced guidelines of many people are more powerful, violent soldiers and crowds. One development is 50 ships, and the number is also a terrifying 5,000 people. As for the captain of the Krieg pirates, Krieg is also very trendy. He is despicable, arrogant, vindictive and ruthless, but he is a good pirate. The face is very dark. Say that he is the most African pirate in the history of One Piece, King of Pirates. After being the overlord of East Blue for a long time, the Krieg pirates are ambitious to conquer the Great Route. Then, I met Mahawk, an eagle-eyed coffin-like boat with a black knife on his back. After Mahawk slashed, the entire pirate ship went straight to the street. Chin-luo didn't care about the arrival of the Krieg pirates either. This kind of trash fish pirate group doesn't even have the qualifications to make him face it. After a quarter of an hour, I only heard the sound of the roar of artillery shells, and then in the vicinity of the pirate ship of the Blood Wolf pirates, shells exploded one after another. The shells exploded one after another, causing the pirate ship to shake violently. A Blood Wolf pirate group was caught off guard, and the pirate ship owner stumbled and fell. Lord Chin-luo, it's not good, there are several pirate ships coming towards us. The lookout, who knew it later, heard the news of the enemy, and the word, surrounded, instantly affected the nerves of all the pirates. Seeing the pirate ships surrounding from all directions, especially the pirate flag that was hunting, made the sailors of the Blood Wolf pirates panic. Skull, hourglass, this is the flag of the Krieg pirates. All the pirates let out a cold sweat, and even Nami had beads of sweat oozing out of her forehead. The Krieg pirates recently ascended to the top of the East Blue Overlord, and their reports are often seen in the newspapers, and Nami can't even know if she wants to. A few days ago, the reason why she ran away in a panic was also because the Krieg pirates blocked her way home. Nami also didn't expect that she had changed the channel specially, and she bumped into the Krieg pirates again. A few days, and the Krieg pirates have even taken control of this channel. Nami is extremely entangled. If this continues, she will basically not be able to leave the general safe route in the future. Are you looking for a new safe route again? Damn it. Nami bit her red lips tightly, her heart was full of resentment, grievance and powerlessness. The Krieg pirates, her power is really insignificant. However, Nami quickly adjusted her mentality. Because, everyone in Kokoyashi village is still waiting for her. To robbery, the Krieg pirates deserve to be professional. Several ships acted together, and in just a few minutes, the pirate ship of the Blood Wolf pirates was locked in Gaixin. How to do? How to do? How to do? All the pirates panicked, like ants on a hot pot. They all looked at Qin Luo subconsciously. To be honest, they have expectations for Qin Luo. The picture of Qin Luo saving people that day was really shocking, like a brand. Qin Luo, he must be able to create miracles, right? Chapter 17 _ When they saw that Qin Luo was still calm, many pirates seemed to have taken a reassurance, and they became calm one after another. Nami didn't know Qin Luo's strength, but the strange performance of the crew of the Blood Wolf pirates caught her attention. Qin Luo, the source of confidence. Qin Luo can control a pirate ship by himself. Strong strength is inevitable. However, against the people of the Krieg pirates, can they win? However, at this time, he could only pin his hopes on Qin Luo. The Krieg pirates quickly gathered around, and the ships were so close that they were almost on board. The composition of each other's troops can be seen clearly. With the large number of people in the Krieg pirates, the Blood Wolf pirates are really too shabby. Gollum. The crew of the Blood Wolf pirates couldn't help swallowing saliva. The difference in strength is too great, they are like lambs to be slaughtered. Even if they had seen Qin Luo's speed, the crew members of the Blood Wolf pirates still kept beating their hearts. No matter how strong Qin Luo is, he is only one person after all. Is it too late to surrender now? Treasures are robbed at will, women are free to play, little ones, kill. Following the orders of several captains, the little pirates of the Krieg pirates showed their eyes like wolves and tigers. Clang kong kong. A few ropes with hook claws were thrown over by the pirates, and those pirates ran over quickly on the ropes. The business is exceptionally skilled. Seeing these pirates who were skilled in the robbery business, Qin Luo slowly stood up and walked to the front of the deck. Qin Luo slowly raised his head, stretched out his hands, and a smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Have you seen the power of the Thunder King? Seeing Qin Luo's strange behavior, the captains of the Krieg pirates burst into laughter. The face of their Krieg pirates, are you still ready to resist? This courage is really commendable. Many pirates even laughed so hard that they even burst into tears. In their opinion, Qin Luo's actions are undoubtedly the best joke of the year. Next second, everyone saw Qin Luo move slightly, and golden lightning flashed around his body, turning into a sharp blade of lightning, and he pointed lightly in the direction of the Krieg pirates. The golden yellow thunder and lightning, as if possessing wisdom, shot in the direction Qin Luo pointed. Click. Accompanied by a shattering sound, it was as if a domino was pushed to the ground, and the whole body was moved with a single stroke, and a chain reaction soon occurred. The masts, decks, sides, keels, all were neatly cut off by lightning blades. Like a graben, the pirate ship that had just been intact was dislocated and broken. What? Everyone's eyes bulged out, and I don't know how many people's jaws dropped. What is this? Not to mention it was someone else, even Nami spit it out in shock. What is this? Monster. As for the cadres and ordinary pirates of the Krieg pirates, they were even more paralyzed at this time. Was that a lightning bolt just now? Devil fruit ability. Even the pirate ship can be slashed open with a single knife. What kind of monster are they provoking? At this time, they even have the heart to want to die. Qin Luo looked at the pirates of the Krieg pirates calmly, and said slowly, I heard that the Krieg pirates are the overlords of East Blue and have 50 pirate ships under their banner. Is that true? How many pirate ships are there? You can count them. Gollum. All the pirates of the Krieg pirates were all stunned. How does this make them count? Stormy waves, waves roll. The pirate ship that was cut in half by Qin Luo's lightning blade gurgled to the bottom of the sea, creating a large whirlpool on the sea surface. The pirates who fell into the sea like dumplings, swept the water frantically, but were still drawn into the whirlpool one by one, and the scene was spectacular for a while. Creek pirates who had never seen Chin Luo's strength, even the Blood Wolf pirates who had a little knowledge of Chin Luo's strength were shocked beyond measure. It was a pirate ship, and it was cut in half with a single sword. Where is he wholly? Everyone's eyes were fixed on Chin Luo, and it was hard to believe their own eyes. Chin Luo stood on the deck, standing proudly, his clothes fluttering, indescribably dashing and unrestrained. His eyes were calm, neither happy nor sad, as if doing such a big event that was enough to shake East Blue was just a trivial matter. All the pirates of the Krieg pirates were stunned. They knew that today they were kicking the iron plate. How many pirate ships are there? You can count them. Chin Luo's words struck the hearts of all pirates like the voice of the devil. With 50 ships and 5,000 subordinates, this has always been the biggest pride of the Krieg pirates, and the biggest capital they can use to become the East Blue overlord. But after Chin Luo's lightning strike, they only had 49 boats left. How ridiculous! How can there be such an unreasonable monster in the world? How should they answer? 49. That would definitely be cut off by another thunder blade. Undoubtedly, this is a sending proposition. A cadre of the Krieg pirate ship was sweating profusely and said dryly, "Who the hell are you? A man as powerful as you can't be someone with no name." The words of this pirate leader immediately asked everyone's heart. Not only the Krieg pirates, but also the Blood Wolf pirates, and even Nami were curious. Yes. With Chin Luo's strength, it is absolutely impossible for him to be a nameless person. He should have been a big pirate famous in the entire East Blue. Hell, no one here knows Chin Luo. This is the source of all tragedies. In fact, the pirates also have a hidden deeper subtext, that is. You are strong and said earlier, is it fun to pretend to be a pig and eat a tiger? At this time, everyone in the Krieg pirates was in a dilemma, and they all wanted to die, and they really regretted it. It's not good to grab anyone, but he grabbed the head of Chin Luo, the evil star. Chin Luo did not intend to answer the questions of the Krieg pirates. A group of weak scum pirates who don't deserve to know my name. Chin Luo was too lazy to beep, and another few lightning bolts turned into sharp blades and slashed out. Several pirate ships of the Krieg pirates were cut to pieces by Chin Luo. Soon, there was only one intact pirate ship left on the sea, and the rest became broken wooden boards. Many pirates were lying on the board, soaked all over, struggling to survive. Chin Luo was too lazy to pay attention to this. Sail. Chin Luo gently sat back in his seat and said lightly. The members of the Blood Wolf pirates, like waking up from a dream, returned to their posts in a hurry. The pirate ship kept moving, even after leaving a few nautical miles. Everyone's mood was still unable to calm down for a long time. They all know that Chin Luo's strength is very strong. But he never thought that Chin Luo's strength would be so strong. Where did such a big man like Chin Luo come from? Could it be the Great Root? The Great Root has too many legends, and for countless men with dreams, it is the place where dreams come true. Great Root is called the Cemetery of Pirates, and I don't know how many ambitious pirates have fallen into the sand on the Great Root. For any pirate who dares to gallop on the Great Root, it is respectable, even the loser of the Great Root. Thinking that Chin Luo might have come back from the Great Root, many pirates were even more awe-inspiring. Chapter 18 _ Chin Luo didn't pay any attention to everyone's eyes, he just lay down on the reclining chair, picked up a book and read it. Drinking black tea, reading a book, blowing the sea breeze, this kind of day is really unexpectedly pleasant. What Chin Luo didn't know was that at this time Nami was curled up on the bed in the room, caught in an endless tangle. Chin Luo to Arlong Paradise. Nami's mentality at first was actually, drive away the tiger and swallow the wolf. And Chin Luo is the wolf, Arlong is the tiger. This kind of thing before, and she has been trained for a long time, and she is very skilled in business. This time, there was no difference from the beginning, until Chin Luo showed his strength for the first time. The shock that Chin Luo's strength brought to Nami was unimaginable. For the first time, Nami knew that there was a human being as powerful as Chin Luo in the world. In other words, for the first time, Nami learned that humans can be so powerful. Compared to Chin Luo, Arlong is nothing. Nami, who has gone to sea to cheat and steal since she was a child, is not shallow in her knowledge, and even far exceeds that of most people in the world. However, those fish months in Arlong Paradise really gave Nami too much psychological shadow. For Nami, it's even the lingering nightmare. Nami still can't forget the scene when the 77th Marine Branch came to destroy Arlong after Kokoyasi village was occupied by Arlong. That marine warship brought infinite hope to the villagers of Kokoyasi village. It was like the first straw that was caught again after drowning, and everyone regarded him as a savior. Even the roar of marine cannonballs is like the most beautiful music in the world. However, the result was beyond everyone's expectations. A shell fired by Marine's warship was directly bitten by Arlong. Marine warship, which they regarded as their savior, was scuttled from the bottom of the sea by Fishman in just a few minutes. Not only that, even the 77th Branch Commodore Brin Brin was easily defeated. That's the Commodore of the Marine Branch, Commodore. Since then, the idea that Fishman is stronger than humans has been thoroughly rooted in the hearts of all villagers in Kokoyasi village. Although she doesn't want to admit it, Nami has been completely brainwashed by the Arlong gang. The Fishman family is better than humans. But Chin Luo's performance today completely subverted Nami's concept. For the first time, Nami knew that there were people as strong as Chin Luo in the world. Can Chin Luo defeat Arlong and save Kokoyasi village from the Arlong gang? The moment this idea emerged from Nami's mind, it grew wildly, and it never went away. If it's Chin Luo, maybe, really. Although Nami has always looked optimistic and cheerful, the huge sum of 100 million Bailey is really too heavy, and Nami is a little breathless. She is so tired. Just like this time, she worked so hard and managed to steal a huge sum of money from the Blood Wolf pirates, but it was only 5 or 6 million. From the goal of 100 million Bailey, the difference is still too big. What's even more annoying is that she hasn't been able to keep the treasure. Nami didn't even know how many more years she had to hold on. If she goes for help, can Chin Luo help her? Or at what cost? Nami's mind was full of thoughts, excitement, joy, fear, worry, all kinds of thoughts kept lingering in her mind. It was like innumerable, intertwined threads, making Nami's whole mind a mess. Nami seems to have been trapped in the dark for a long time, even a beam of candlelight gave her infinite hope. Let her rack her brains and do everything possible to catch it. But this beam light made her look forward and backward again, entangled. Chin Luo's ability is indeed super powerful, but Arlong can easily do such a thing as destroying a pirate ship. To make matters worse, Arlong Park is full of water nets. Arlong can dive into the water at any time and take advantage of the Fishman family. What should Chin Luo do then? Chin Luo should be a devil fruit person. If he falls into the sea, wouldn't he be played to death? Nami is so confused. That night, Nami was not surprised to lose sleep. The next day, staring at the panda's eyes, Nami with her red eyes came out of the small room again. This time, she acted resolutely, and all the sailors on the ship were turned around by her command. The speed of the pirate ship is more than several times faster. If it wasn't for the pirate ship having to be replenished, everyone even suspected that Nami would not have docked at Bowel Island at all. Captain, this woman Nami's reaction is not normal. Maybe she will play some tricks. Look, should we go and react with Lord Chin Luo? Morioka Hayabusa's face sank, and he said dissatisfiedly, "What do you mean? You can all see it, but can't Big Brother see it?" Quote. Do you think your limited wisdom surpasses the unparalleled wisdom of your elder brother? The expressions of several pirates suddenly changed wildly. As soon as they came up, they put hats on them. "Captain, this is too insidious, right? They can't afford to wear this big hat, or it will kill people." Several people immediately tried their best to explain, swear, and said a lot of good things, and this barely made Morioka Hayabusa let go. In just a short while, they seemed to have gone through a battle with each other, and even a thin layer of sweat broke out on their bodies. "The captain will always be the captain, even if you disagree," Morioka Hayabusa said impatiently. Go, don't think about something messy all day, just do your part." Yes. After several crew members left, Morioka Hayabusa's face suddenly became gloomy. "Crisis, big crisis. These little bastards have turned against the sky, and they want to show up in front of the big brother when they see the opportunity. They really don't care about Captain Hayo Morioka. He wants to show those cubs who is the most respected horse boy." Several sailors responded to the truth, and Morioka Hayabusa said the truth. What they can see, how can Big Brother not see it? Nami's reasons for speeding up the trip are all sounding. For example, a storm is coming, drinking water is running out, etc. Although it was later proved that Nami, the navigator, was right, Nami's continued speeding up her schedule still aroused suspicion from everyone. The purpose of their trip is to go to Kokoyashi village, which is Nami's hometown, to get her treasure. Not to mention Nami's miserable temperament, even ordinary people will do everything possible to find a way to delay. Perceiving Nami's small movements, Hayabusa Morioka smiled disdainfully. He also doesn't know what happened, but Nami may be down this time. What happened on the boat naturally couldn't escape Chinluo's perception. Chinluo couldn't help but smile at the various actions of the flattering King Morioka Falcon. This motherfucker is really talented, he can even issue a dog-licking certificate. Others might not know why Nami did this, but Chinluo naturally knew all of them. It is nothing more than seeing that he is powerful and wanting to borrow from him. Chinluo didn't care at all about this. He could help Nami, but only on request. The ship has insufficient fresh water and food reserves, and the selected supply point is an island called Bowel. Chapter 19 _ Bouvier Island is also called Coconut Island because it is rich in coconuts, and it is also well known nearby. As soon as the ship docked, especially the excited wailing of the pirates of the Blood Wolf pirates immediately caused panic among many villagers. Seeing the cowering villagers, Nami couldn't help thinking of the villagers of Kokoyashi village. In this world, no matter where they are oppressed and exploited by pirates. Even if Coconut Island is a famous supply island, its importance to sea ships is self-evident, and it is still inevitable that it will be exploited by pirates. The situation in other places can be imagined. Nami can also understand, after all, not all pirates follow the rules. On the contrary, the vast majority of pirates are still unruly. Chinluo seemed to see Nami's resistance. Mouth and said, "After going to the island, all the motherfuckers will give me some peace of mind, and I have to pay for things. If anyone dares to burn, kill, and loot, don't blame me for screwing your heads off and kicking them." Chinluo said a word, and the smiles on the faces of the pirates who were still very enthusiastic just disappeared little by little. Don't let them loot, is this relaxing? Everyone looked at each other, but because of Chinluo's power, they did not dare to refute. The only exception is Nami. At this moment, Nami's beautiful eyes were terrifyingly bright, as if she knew Chinluo for the first time. Chinluo is so powerful that he can almost ignore any rules. If you want to get something, you can also get it directly by strength. But Chinluo's statement made Nami know Chinluo again. No matter what Chinluo's most real thoughts are, at least he has compassion for the weak. And this is very precious for a strong man. Nami's favorability for Chinluo has skyrocketed. Chinluo noticed Nami's eyes and looked at her quietly, peaceful and gentle, and smiled. Nami was startled, her heart pounding like a deer, and she turned her head, not daring to look at Chinluo. At this moment, in her heart, she hesitated. Chin Luo is not the kind of rotten pirate who does all kinds of evil. Regardless of his life or death, he will continue to take him to Kokoyashi village and Arlong for shopping. She has a bad conscience. Hateful. The psychological construction that Nami made from sleeping through the night began to waver again. Killing a bad pirate and killing a good person are completely different for Nami. As a thief, but Nami also has her own, the way of the thief. Since her debut, Nami has only stolen money from pirates, although stealing from pirates is infinitely more difficult than stealing from ordinary people. But Nami has never violated this principle. Because, only by doing so, can she insist that she and the Arlong gang are different. Only in this way can she be worthy of Aunt Belmere. What to do? At this moment, Nami's thoughts were interrupted. Morioka Hayabusa walked up with a constipated look on his face. Chin Luo, what's the matter? After seeing Nami's face, Hayabusa Morioka said hesitantly, that eldest brother, our money was stolen by Nami, and then Nami's boat overturned and the treasure fell into the bottom of the sea. Chin Luo suddenly said, that's what you're talking about. You haven't lost that box of treasure, it's in my room. You can move over here. The pirates such as Hayabusa Morioka were ecstatic. It's great to be rich. This can not only meet Chin Luo's requirement not to loot, but also relax for a while. For the pirates who lick their blood, they often drift on the sea for half a month, and it is really rare to be able to rest on the island for a few days. Spending extravagantly is a heavenly enjoyment for pirates. This is also the reason why many small islands know that pirates may come to loot, but still entertain the pirates. Without him, the consumption power of pirates is really too high. The pirates are so grateful to Chin Luo, as if they were reborn parents. He even forgot about Chin Luo taking control of the pirate ship and making a fortune on their heads. The only exception is Nami. At this point, Nami has become petrified. The treasure of the Blood Wolf pirates was not lost, and it was redistributed to those pirates by Chin Luo. But that's Nami's own money. That's right. That's what Nami thinks, but any money in her hands is hers. Chin Luo used her money to buy people's hearts. Nami feels like she's going crazy. For Chin Luo's favor, it plummeted at a speed that was visible to the naked eye, plummeted to the bottom in an instant, and even turned into a negative value. At this moment, Nami thought of an even more terrifying thing, that is, her daily salary of 10,000 baileys these days. Chin Luo took her money to pay her wages and hired her as a maid. Thinking about these days, she poured tea and poured water, rubbing her shoulders and beating her legs. Nami's mentality collapsed. Nami stomped her feet, her pretty face was congested with blood, and she wished she could swallow Chin Luo in small sips. Chin Luo or something, let's just die. I am so pissed, I'm so pissed. Nami's silver teeth were clenched tightly, and her white teeth were almost broken. Although Nami knew that without Chin Luo, the treasure would definitely flow into the sea, and she would not get a cent. Not only that, Chin Luo is also her savior. Money is valuable, life is priceless, think about it carefully, she has already earned blood. But the truth is the truth, the mood is the mood, the tone that accumulated in her heart, not only did not dissipate, but accumulated more and more. For a while, the more you think, the more angry you become, and the more you take a step back, the more you lose. Nami's heart is like a mirror, she knows that it is better to say that she is angry with herself rather than Chin Luo. The duck was almost cooked, but it still flew. So angry. Nami stomped her beautiful feet and planned to leave this sad place, but at this moment, Chin Luo's words came over. Where are you going, my sweet maid? Chin Luo knew exactly what Nami was thinking, and asked with a smirk. Returning the maid, Nami was so angry that she wanted to spray Chin Luo to death with a sip of salt soda. Seeing Nami's wild little cat, Chin Luo didn't care, but found it very interesting. What's the matter? Don't want today's commission? Nami gave Chin Luo a vicious look, isn't it just 10,000 baileys? Am I someone who is short of that 10,000 Baileys? I'm a genius navigator, I can get on any ship, the commission is not higher than this. Quote. When she saw the 10,000 Bailey note in Chin Luo's hand, Nami couldn't move her eyes any longer. Nami grabbed it and immediately hid it. Nami smiled, her service attitude was unexpectedly good. Master, what are your orders? Chin Luo smiled, feeling quite interesting. After a few days of careful teaching, Nami really became more and more like a professional maid. However, after looking at it for a while, Chin Luo felt that something was wrong. After thinking for a while, Chin Luo immediately understood. How can a maid not wear a professional maid outfit? A maid without a maid outfit has no soul. Feeling Chin Luo's eyes looking up and down, Nami suddenly felt a chill. What are you going to do? We have a serious employment relationship, you can't force me to do things I don't want to do. Chapter-1-20 Whoops. Chin Luo patted her head lightly, what are you thinking? Let's go, I'll take you to buy clothes. Buying clothes. Nami was a little stunned, what kind of trouble did Chin Luo make? Nami was apprehensive, but the temptation to buy clothes was really too big. For women. Before his head made a decision, his body instinctively followed Chin Luo. Slumdog multimillionaire, in the strict sense. But all her money can only go in and out, and not a single Bailey really belongs to her. Usually, she has seen beautiful clothes in clothing stores, and at most she has been addicted to trying them on. She really didn't want to buy herself any clothes. But which girl thinks too many beautiful clothes? After hearing that Chin Luo wanted to change her into a maid outfit, the little thief cat Nami disagreed. The maid outfit Nami wasn't actually disgusting, but she didn't want to satisfy Chin Luo's master's low-level perverted taste like this. Chin Luo may have no way to deal with other women, but to deal with Nami. He. Chin Luo put on the appearance of a domineering president and said, as long as you wear a maid outfit, you can buy whatever clothes you want in the store, and I'll pay for it. In an instant, Nami's big eyes suddenly became extraordinarily bright. Really? Chin Luo rarely pretended to force, I am poor and only have money, I am empty. Nami was overjoyed, a word is settled. Chin Luo smiled. Watching Nami change clothes is actually quite enjoyable, it is equivalent to a fashion show. Isn't it just money? This, Chin Luo really does not lack. Hours later. Chin Luo burst into tears and was speechless. Not because of money, but because of. The careless Chin Luo completely ignored a big problem, that is, men's shopping and women's shopping have completely different concepts. Men's shopping is wholesale, and they can buy dozens of sets in a row when they see a style. But women shop, buy a piece, and even want to put it on and take it off to try it out several times. That's not all, after wearing it, I will take out several sets for repeated comparisons. He even asked Chin Luo from time to time to evaluate which of these sets was better. Chin Luo really wanted to say something, in fact, it looks better without it. But there is still a conscience in his mouth, saying that it looks good, but he is disgusted by Nami, saying that he doesn't care, it's a panacea. Saying that the one she wears looks better, she will think that the one she wears is more delicious. Anyway, asking you is just asking, don't take it seriously, you will lose if you are serious. Dresses, short skirts, hot pants, princess dresses, OL suits. At the beginning, Chin Luo was also very excited, like watching a fashion show, a visual feast. I thought in my mind that if I had one set every night, it would probably be very cool. But later, Chin Luo lost his mind and began to doubt life. When Nami was not finished, she finally decided to come out of the clothing store with a big bag and a small bag. Chin Luo finally breathed a sigh of relief. It's not easy. He even felt more tired than fighting Enel. However, it is finally over. Then, Chin Luo saw Nami walking into another clothing store. Chin Luo Petrochemical. Perceiving Chin Luo's emotions, Nami showed her beauty issue, stuck out her pink tongue, and said mischievously, "I lied to you, my dear, my love, my lord, my people." Where did Chinluo not know that he was played by Nami? Nami's voice was soft and sweet, making people feel like their bones were crisp. Just when Nami was wickedly charming Isho, she thought she had tricked Chinluo. Chinluo suddenly stepped forward, and a gentle tone came, "Woman, you are playing with fire." In an instant, Nami's pretty face was rosy and shy. "Put the large and small handbags in Chinluo's hands." "Huh." Nami quickly broke free. Her figure was light and light, like a kitten. She had long ago ran into the crowd happily. Chinluo raised a smile on the corner of his mouth, smelled it carefully. The air was filled with fragrance, and then followed. Chinluo's sudden action just now caught Nami off guard, thumping, and nervousness in her heart. In some ways, women are very sensitive. She could feel that Chinluo didn't seem to have any ill will towards her. She is quite happy today, so let Chinluo's stinky master take advantage of it. Next, the two went to the snack street and the gift shop again, and Nami confirmed her thoughts even more. One of the things made Nami particularly impressed. In the snack street, a stall owner accidentally stained the expensive clothes that Chinluo had just bought. At that time, the stall owner was terrified. For such a piece of clothing, he could not afford to lose his family. However, to everyone's surprise, Chinluo Isho exposed it and didn't take it to heart at all. Thank you so much to the stall owner. Nami feels incredible. She had seen the behavior of other pirates with her own eyes. Not to mention oil stains on expensive clothes, Nami even saw a little girl accidentally touch a pirate, and she was kicked away by the pirate. If she hadn't been sent to the hospital in time, the little girl would have died directly. Chinluo, who is he? Like commoners, easygoing without pretense, not domineering, but like aristocrats, gentlemen are polite and noble. Do not be precise. The word noble even lowered Chinluo's character. The real noble, Nami has also met. But those people's low taste and low character even refreshed Nami's cognition, and all the good impressions of the so-called nobles were all shattered. However, there were countless regrets in Nami's heart, and she even wondered if Chinluo was deliberately entertaining her. Because, after getting along with Chinluo for a long time, Nami realized the difference of Chinluo even more. Chinluo is different from all the men she has seen before. Humble, gentleman, polite, kind, even those bad tastes, there is nothing inherently bad about it. The consequence of this is that she can't use Chinluo as a gunner anymore. People are so contradictory sometimes. At this time, Nami was even thinking that it would be nice if Chinluo treated her badly. That way, she will be able to pit Chinluo without any psychological burden. Nami was confused.